Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Have Faith Esports Series Weekend number 3, the final game. It is going to be Kryo Esports versus Have Faith Academy. My name is Army Overlord, and I will be solo casting this for the most part here, ladies and gentlemen. I hope I can give you guys the kind of quality that 2 casters could acquire. But I guess that it'll be mostly me out here, ladies and gentlemen. So let's see how good I do by myself. It'll be a little bit of an awkward situation for the most part here, but I hope you guys get a good enjoyment out of it, because I'll do the best I can with what I have, and it's not a lot. Hopefully, with the fact that I'm currently by myself, we can get some good action here. Kryo Esports and Have Faith Academy, both these teams could really go for a win right about now. And for each team's sake here, I'm kind of hoping for a very good surmountable action here. You know, I'd love to see what we can get done for the YouTube videos as well. Seems like we haven't uploaded any videos of week 2 yet. Maybe that'll change by the start of week 4, the week of faith. So that'll start tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, by the way. But for right now, it is between these 2 teams to finish up the regular season. Currently, at this time, Have Faith Academy is 5-1, and the Kryo Esports is 3-3. For Kryo Esports here, they need this win more than anything. Kryo Esports absolutely needs the win to maintain playoff position, as the middle of the pack starts to kind of jumble up a lot more.
You don't have the heart for this.
They really have a very interesting outcome here for the middle of the pack. And if Kryo Esports does not manage to get the win here, we're looking at Dreamers as 2 and 3 to start allowing themselves to get an extra game in to get an extra win here. And Supernova's got their chance as well to sneak themselves into the playoffs. Kryo Esports absolutely needs this victory. I hope they can make this happen.
Back to the forge.
And it looks like the jungler Ornn has been banned by the same person that uses it. Actually, wow. Hayden, why would you ban... Why would you ban your own champion? That's crazy. I cannot believe you decided to do this. What the heck? Alright, well, let's see what Hayden will secure. Not a surprise here. Going to take still one of the most popular 80 carries. And still in the Have Faith Esports series, one of the best 80 carries, Tristana. Been secured by the Have Faith Academy. This match is still a best of 3, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll see what happens when the sides will switch momentarily. But Frosty at Heart wants to give, once again, a good pick here. Something to solidify the top lane position for him. Decides to take out the Renekton. Frosty at Heart's Renekton has been absolutely dominating. I haven't seen a Renekton be so controlling, so assertive, able to win 2v1s almost at every point in the map. Frosty's Renekton had 1 MVP last time. I wonder if he can make it happen again. Silencio is going to be confirming one of his very favored junglers. Decides to take out Kha'Zix for this match. Rich Fritch, being stripped of his own jungling prowess, usually takes Ornn for the late game bonuses that he provides. Now I think he probably should go Sejuani here. Would be interesting to see a Rek'Sai instead, but it looks as if he has confirmed with a Nidalee. He has decided to confirm Nidalee jungle, ladies and gentlemen. I can't believe he has decided to go Nidalee jungle for this one. I don't even think I've seen him do that. I don't think I've seen him do it once. Or maybe I have, and I don't remember it going well for him. Let's hope for the best for his sake here. Challenger C-Lin, I'm so glad you're back, man. I missed you. I haven't seen you in a while. I don't even know what's going on with you. It's been a really long time, Challenger Sealin. Nice to see you come back to watch your team go. Gonna need some history update later on. Aquatic Dark has selected Cassiopeia in the mid lane, as Balaros will most likely have his option to play against Cassiopeia. Yeah, I had a meltdown. All good now. Here to rep the boys. By the way, just so everybody's clear, I am still by myself here. Not a single person is casting with me. I am all alone. So let you guys be aware of that. Whether you want to help me or not, we'll figure it out momentarily. In any case here, the second banning phase is already heading to its conclusion, as both Kennen and Katarina are off the board for Belaros. I haven't seen Belaros play Katarina. I don't think he has. Boy, memories are just kind of not serving me right today if I'm wrong about this, but it is what it is, I suppose. The Janna Tristana combo.
Now I'm angry.
It's beautiful. Beautiful. One of the most beautiful bot lane duets this side of the Season 7. It has been damage amplified by such a degree that it's hard to ignore. Speaking of this, it appears the follow-up options appears to be Jinx, as Breezy has selected it for himself. Breezy playing as the AD carry for this one, though his AD carry is kind of a bit of a rare selection. Let's see if he'll be able to bounce this in a way that can heavily benefit the Kryo team. Collateral has already got the secured of his bot lane, so he's looking to decide what kind of top lane or mid. He goes for the Malzahar. It's going to be a tick damage versus tick damage mid. That's going to be rather interesting, honestly. DM, I can hop into the channel so you can move me. Challenger Sealin, really appreciate the kind gesture here, but I don't know if it's my place to even invite you, to be honest. It's a bit of an interesting worry, in fact. I don't exactly have anybody to allow non-casters into the lobby. I don't think there's a rule against it, but then again, I don't know exactly what the rules are for it, so I'd have no clue, to be honest. Follow Through has selected Gnar, and Blitzcrank has been confirmed as well. So Hayden will be taking Gnar into this position. Belaros is going to go ahead and secure himself the Malzahar against the Cassiopeia. Two very tick damaging mid laners. They're kind of similar in a lot of ways. As for Rich Pritch, goes with an AP burst to deal with the AD burst from Kha'Zix. You know, I'm not going to lie here. These teams are almost very similar to each other in a lot of ways. A lot of AoE damage, a lot of consistent damage, a lot of quick plays, quick catches. But the one thing that kind of divides the two teams apart is kind of how the top lane is ranged, at least until he gets into his Gnar form. And Janna, who happens to be a anti-peel, where Blitzcrank kind of is a catch and grabber. So honestly, I'm expecting a lot of plays in the early set here to try to get some good catches here. Half-Faith Academy absolutely could use this win. If they can get the win here, they can really put themselves in a very comfortable spot going into this Half-Faith, the Weekend of Faith, in fact. This could be extremely important for their victory chances. If they can secure this, they don't ever have to worry about the weekend, honestly. Even if they lost every single one, they would guarantee their chances to make the playoffs. So if anything, this victory is extremely vital for them to secure their opportunity to never lose their opportunity to confirm the playoff situation. But Kryo has an even deeper reason to win this one. Is if they lose this one, both Dreamers and Supernova have their chances to swing this away from them and take away from them their wild card spot. So this is a vital game for them. If they lose this, this will be extremely bad. So let's hope, for everybody's sake, it'll be a very tightly contested matchup. You can't really expect anything more than this, because Half-Faith Academy is currently on the is almost can't seem to lose so far anyway, as they've been able to win very consistently so far in this series. Let's hope for their sakes they can really clinch out the victory. So, big question on the board here. Who's hot, Army? Who's cold, Army? You gotta tell me. I'm curious. Who's the good player on their team? Who's the bad player? What's going on? Well, I think it's quite obvious here. Collateral is currently absolutely on fire since his incredible performance against Cetra Gaming. You know, the tide turning of the season kind of really relied on his performance to do consistent damage. And Balaros as well. Both of those two are able to be very much lava people. Brands, if you will. They're basically brands. People that are on fire, walking around. I think I've already used that bit before. But whatever. They're going to be the main focus of this one, and I hope for their sakes they can really get some good action coming along here. Despite the lack of tanks, they are going to be extra damage for the Half-8 Academy on the early stages. Meanwhile, on the opposing side here, on the hot streak right now, is Frosty at Heart, who won the heart of everybody in the stream by getting the fan voting of the MVP from not only winning one 2v1, but winning several, and being a huge threat that kind of dragged his team that was in a bad position into the victory of the series. So let's hope for his sake he can drag this one out as well and really punish some big names in this matchup. Really get some good damage. Let's see, folks, who is going to come out on top. Oh, shoot. I forgot to get a drink. Dang it. Oh, man, everybody's watching. Dang it. I forgot to get a drink. All right. I need that drink. That's what I get for not being prepared. Enjoy the video game, ladies and gentlemen, here. I will be briefly taking a step away for now to get myself a drink. So, be back. Hope you guys enjoy the action while I'm going to be currently away.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. Seconds until minions spawn. Minions have spawned.
ladies and gentlemen, I'm finally back, and it looks like both sides have got themselves right in cozily into lane. Renekton seems to be half the farm of Gnar at this point, as we are going to get right into the action pretty soon, I would imagine. I don't expect either side to just sit back and wait for something to happen. I'm pretty sure when the moment strikes, both have Faith Academy and Citra Gaming. Kryo Esports, I should say. My fault. Should be making some very nice action happen. Uh-oh, Hayden's in a rough spot here early. Silencio gets the damage. Richprit's going to return it. Oh, that crit on the AP damage. Richprit's going for the next auto attack, but he might pay for it with his life bar. There's the next kill by Frosty right off the bat as he forces the 2v1. Hayden gets the kill, but Silencio slices the back of the Yordle. And that is a 2-1 advantage. I'd say, well, I mean, I don't even know if it's really an advantage at that point, considering the first blood. Yeah, actually, yes, it is. The first blood went to Renekton, and then Kha'Zix got the kill at the end. So that's actually 700 gold right away for their team. So I'm gonna say that's good. That's pretty good. Hero, thank you very much for stopping by, dropping a comment here. I'm by myself, so I'm gonna need the audience to communicate with. Let me know about the hype match here. Who do you think is gonna win? Why do you think they're gonna win? And so on and so forth. Because I need as much company as I can get, because I'm still by myself here. Gonna be fair. I don't actually have any water for this, so I'll just see how well my night's gonna go through that kind of thing. Hayden is providing a lot of pressure onto that Renekton. The Renekton damage is doing its work. The kill from earlier did do him a pretty good wonder, allowing him to get himself an extra cooldown item. The problem is Hayden also getting a kill after that kinda has a bit of a bigger advantage through the longsword damage. So trading is where Frosty really's got to take advantage of the Hayden situation, and I hope he'll be able to do so. What do you guys think? Well, so far here, Collateral and Follow Through are shoving in the bot side here. Very risky, but when you have a Tristana, the Blitzcrank is not that big of a threat to the AD carry. However, what I would say would be a problem is if Janna gets caught. Janna playing it very carefully, positioning herself right behind the minion wave, so there's zero chance of that happening. Rich Pritch trying to apply some early pressure yet again, heads topside. Rich Pritch's clears seem to be pretty solid so far. Uh-oh, here we go. That knockup by Janna, but is it enough? Breezy actually misses the skill shot W. Aquatic does get a ton of burst, but is it enough? Rich Pritch says it will be, but he's going to go down for that as Aquatic grabs a kill on the trade back. Rich Pritch's attempt at the gank did land, but unfortunately, he needed just a simple auto attack, decided to stay for the extra bit, and eventually paid with his life bar shortly afterwards. Blitzcranks, oh yeah, the jumping cancellation. Yeah, the thing is, Tristana's jump has to go through. So if Tristana rocket jumps at a specific time, Blitzcrank's pull does not complete the interaction. So basically, if Collateral aims his W right when it matters, he would be able to jump away from Blitzcrank's pull in the nick of time. It's all about timing, though. If he messes up the timing, then Tristana is going to easily be a free pull for Tyrannos. Lanes seem to be going pretty steadily so far. Malzahar starting to get a very big lead against the Cassiopeia since that gank. That CS lead is exactly what Malzahar can really start abusing at this point. Silencio, with no CC, is unable to hold down Hayden. So Silencio Still having his consistent damage, trying to pressure in the Gnar at the top side. Ooh, Silencio's still pressuring Gnar on top. Getting a little bit punished for it, as well as Hayden throws it all back at him. But Richpritch going to take advantage of that. Steals the blue buff away from Kha'Zix. Good vision control, good communication by Hayden. That allowed Richpritch to get a free blue buff and probably some more pressure in the mid lane. Jinx. Oh, the hook lands, and it looks like Tristana ain't going to help follow through out. But follow through does peel himself very successfully. Collateral's going to try to get some returning damage. The ult damage was not enough. Breezy's ult actually seemed to do the trick. Follow through needs only one hit, and he does not land the hurricane. Breezy grabs the double. TP coming in. Richpritch does not land the Q, but is able to get Blitzcrank into the right spot. The hand of destiny. Is Richpritch going to go down? No, he survives it. Meanwhile, on the top side, Frosty's going to take advantage of Hayden. His damage is almost enough, but it is not going to come through. Unfortunately, after the play here, Silencio has got the break, goes for the invisibility, breaks through Balros's spell shield, does the Q damage, is it enough? He slices the back of the beast, and down goes Nidalee. That's 2 kills for Silencio now. TP coming in, Frosty's got to back off, looks like he will, as it looks like the situation has went back to normal here. Aquatic gonna take advantage of some extra tower damage, gonna lower it a little bit here, not a lot, considering how much early pressure Malzahar has been able to get away with. Balros is just gonna continue his lane advantage. His timing on ability seemed to be really good so far. So Breezy grabs himself a double kill. That's going to push him right into the lead, I'd say, at this point in the bot lane. So let's take a look at who... Uh-oh. Minor delay there. Sorry, folks. Seems like the small lead in the AD carry department is starting to show a little bit here. A 600 gold lead advantage for Jinx. Meanwhile, in the top side, it is nearly dead even as both sides are unable to get the upper hand against the other. They're both trying their best to try to get the upper hand here, but Frosty just seems like he's got a little bit of the tiny edge. I wonder if Hayden realizes this. But then again, maybe he is well aware of his advantage. He decides to throw Frosty right back. Meanwhile, Silencio is going to go right for Richpritch. That's health, the Richpritch health bar. He throws the Q, it goes wide. The Blitzcrank pull has landed. The focus on Janna seems to be coming through here. Collateral is dealing with a ton of harass, but he's going to throw it all the way back on Breezy as he takes a ton of damage from the bomb. Blitzcrank's pull is going to be coming up soon. If he hits another one, this is definitely going to be really rough to see. Frosty just gets himself caught in a bad spot. It looks like Silencio decides to change targets onto Hayden. The Q lands. Silencio is in a rough spot here. The ultimate by Balros will confirm the Renekton kill. But the pull by Blitz is going to go wide. Does this mean Silencio's going to be done for? He's going for the plant here. Silencio has got to get out of this situation. He does use the blast cone. He's out. Close one. But unfortunately for Frosty, he was just not prepared for the Malzahar roam. And that is going to lead to him dying on that one. Good communication yet again shown by the Have Faith Academy, who are definitely showing a lot more communication this time around. One thing that is going to be extremely vital for Kryo Esports' chances of winning this one is going to have to come through Breezy. I do hope it's going to be enough. Balros is going to have to deal with Aquatic, the ultimate. It does not hit the mark. And Balros will escape as Aquatic starts to show him that I'm a lot stronger than you think I am. Belarus has to be extra careful here. Aquatic is starting to show the better ground. Anyway, Blitzcrank's going to engage on the follow-through. He's going to take the solo kill on the poor defenseless Janna. Good to hear about your opinion on that situation, Challenger C-Lin. Good to hear you. Good to hear you on that. Tyrannos will end up hitting the pole. Oh my goodness! It almost looked like that was completely planned by Breezy. He sets the choppers down so that way when Tristana makes the jump, you still get hit by that because that's still considered a dash and not an actual jump. Great job by Breezy, allowing that opportunity to be so easily executed. And good job by the Blitzcrank to guarantee that opportunity as well. Meanwhile, securing the first blood tower is going to be the Malzahar here, as he'll be gently guided out by the Nidalee. Meanwhile, Breezy is going to secure this tower, get some good damage onto follow-through, and continue his farming spree, as he does have a larger CS advantage at this point. Frosty gets tossed into the wall here. The CC has connected. Frosty needs to get out of this situation. This looks like another 2v1. Can Rich Prince... Uh-oh. That's still a one-on-one situation for the most part. Frosty throws Rich Prince right back in there. But Hayden's here. His damage is showing through. Frosty needs one more. Unfortunately, there's no time for him. He gets bursted by the Gnar. Frosty's been forced in a lot of 1v2 situations many a times here, but this seems like a really difficult one for him. Interesting strategy. The Renekton has decided to go for the Swifty Boots. Probably to add some extra advantage to him when Gnar goes for the slow factor. Oh, from the Q. But I don't know if that's going to be the item that fixes his problem here. Perhaps he's hoping it will. Thought he was going to go Mercury Treads for the most part here. Frosty seems to be trying to push the lane really quickly. His Collateral grabs himself a good 100 gold from the minion wave. Gotta be honest here. Hayden does seem like he's got the upper hand here. The Black Cleaver damage is starting to come through. Frosty is on the ropes yet again. Has to use the dash to escape. The superior movement speed was working for him for a brief period of time. Probably wouldn't have escaped without it. Good job on his part. Interesting decision by Kryo. They've decided to not make any rotations and kept Frosty in the top spot. I thought they would have rotated by now, but I guess this is exactly, Silencio. Unfortunate for him. Can he get out of this? No, Belarus and his AoE of Destiny has completely obliterated Silencio, completely taking him out of the picture. And Belarus grabs himself a very healthy kill. That's something he really could use to get himself more into a better fed position. And that's going to be another tower at the top spot for Hayden. As he tries to TP onto the tower of the bot side, he ends up wasting the TP. He's going to continue at the top side here while Breezy and the others continue to shove in mid. They're going to try to force it through. Breezy has decided, Breezy and company have decided to back off here as Belarus and Hayden continue the siege on top side. They're going to get this tower. They've got it. 2 towers quickly secured by the top laning and mid laners. Good job out of them. It's a lot of damage. That's a lot of power coming out of each side here. Even though there's a 9-kill lead at this point, Have Faith Academy showing that they can still farm very excellently in this matchup and are ahead in the gold difference at this time. Although a couple kills I would say would make the big difference here. One of the main reasons that they're ahead right now is the top side and mid side. Both grabbed themselves some good kills and are really in the right spot right now to make some big plays happen. What are you guys feeling at home? Who's going to win this one? Kryo or Half Faith Academy? The 5-1 Half Faith Academy or the 3-3 Kryo Kryo Esports, yes. Kryo Esports, that is correct. Oops. I almost thought I said it wrong there for a second. Tower in the bot side is going to be secured while Frosty and Hayden continue their fight at the top spot here. Valeros confirms the bot tower as he's been taking tower after tower after tower in this entire matchup so far. Looks like he's gunning for the MVP position the way he's playing. He's taken every tower, every objective, and made easy catches and kills. Oh no! Jinx! Big misplay here. Speaking of misplay here, it looks like Hayden walked right into the clutches of the Snake Aquatic Dark. Meanwhile, in the bot side here, Half Faith Academy is going to take advantage of the numbers. They're going to go right for the tower. They might even grab an inhibitor. Tower's down in the bot side here. They're going to go for the inhibitor. The only one here is Blitz. He's begging, pinging, hoping somebody would show up to stop them from taking the inhibitor. Tyrannos goes for the pull. It misses. Follow through does end up using the ultimate to push them back here. The inhibitor has got to be very close to being destroyed here, but it looks like it's just not enough to take it out right now. Very close, but just needs to be a little bit more. That rotation by Half Faith Academy, very good job so far. Collateral uses the ultimate to throw him back. Can he get out of this one? He will be able to. Collateral, oh my goodness, Breezy with the shot. Fires the shot and takes out Collateral at a distance. Collateral, I don't even think saw that at all. Didn't have any time to dodge it and basically took it head on. Oh, Rich Pritch. Hey, there you are, says Blitzcrank as he pulls him in. The slow has happened, the ticking poison damage is coming through, and Frosty secures the kill there as well. Half Faith Academy swings one way, and on the opposing side, Kryo swings right back. Breezy's going to be sieging in and on the mid tower here. That's going to be some good damage. Good half turret damage there by the Herald, but it's going to get popped really quick. And it's already gone. It looks like the troops are starting to fall back here. Half Faith Academy is looking for the win at this point. They do have one of their bot towers exposed here, but do they have the upper hand in the fight here? They've got a lot of squishies. Blitzcrank goes for the pull. It's going to be caught by the spell shield by Valeros. Valeros tries to silence, misses only by a slim margin. The poison tick. Aquatic's trying to get him to back off here. Blitzcrank's going for the charge. No, he changes course. Kind of surprised he did not grab the Righteous Glory, in fact. Righteous Glory is really strong on Blitzcrank. Guess he wants to have the extra armor protection. A little bit of extra magic resist along with it as well, as Richbridge confirms the blue buff for himself. A play could have been made there, a little unfortunate, I'd say, for the Blitzcrank, who tried to get the bot lane to do something, but doesn't really pay off that much. Looks like the Kryo squad is backing off here, while the play could be being cooked up by the Academy. Blitzcrank is narrowly avoiding the silence. No, he does get hit by it, but damage doesn't seem to be that much as of right now. Have Faith definitely had a plan, but it does not seem to work in their favor right now. They're setting up some sort of strategic plan here. Blitzcrank really needs to be able to make the moving catch here, but he doesn't have it. Renekton is about to get jumped by the bot lane. They're rotating over as Cassiopeia and Jinx are at the mid side here. It'll be mostly a tank fight. Have Faith is got the upper hand here. They certainly feel like they do. That spear does hit Breezy as Cassiopeia is holding off Valeros in the mid lane here. That's heal is looking pretty heavy and pretty good for Hayden. Ooh, does hit pretty efficiently. They're starting to throw him back a little bit here. At Faith Academy, I'd say, has a better pick comp. But if they misplay, Blitzcrank's going to make them pay for it. There's the poison tick. That's going to be a lot of damage on the Hayden. Uses his ultimate. Frosty tried to get in position for the play, but there's no more minions. There's no more dashes. He's got nothing here. Blitzcrank going on the other side of the flank here. He's going to need to get a good pull to happen. The trap has landed. The double proc has been made by Rich Pritch, but no side is able to make the engage. Ultimate has been landed here. Valeros is going to be using that ultimate to save himself here, but looks like it's big fight time. Valeros takes out Renekton right away. Follow through. He's going to get bursted, but he's still standing. The poison tick. Valeros, can he get out of there? Kha'Zix get the assassination onto the bot lane, and that's going to be the Kryo Esports group turning it around. Collateral dodges the pull by Blitz, but Blitz can not because of Collateral's ultimate. That should just about end the fight here, and that is going to be a bit of a swing here. Silencio might try to jump Collateral here. That's going to be a burst, but it is not enough on either side. Silencio secures the chicken here, and it's going to be pressure back into the mid side, I'd say, unless they're going to try to take the Baron, which I don't think is a good option here. Blitzcrank and Kha'Zix are in there in the jungle. Rich Pritch is trying to take a look at where he wants to go next. Takes the wolves quickly. Kha'Zix trying to steal the Gromp here. Decides to can't change his mind when Rich Pritch and company shows up. They're back at the top lane yet again here as Half Faith Academy is now back on the defensive yet again. And it's kind of difficult, really, to say who's got the upper hand here. It kind of heavily depends on ultimates. Oops. I don't know how that happened. Oh, no. What'd I do this time? Oh, my gosh. I can't believe this happened. Okay. No, it wasn't that one. Yeah, there we go. Sorry, folks. Bit of a mistake on my part. There we go. There we go. Everything's in the right place at this point. The war coverage seems to be pretty solid by both teams here. A lot of vision is really revealed on the map. You can almost see every single spot available at this time. Frosty's got to hold off Hayden in the top spot here. Frosty has fought at a disadvantage before, and he has won them. But Hayden does have a much bigger advantage than any of his other opposing top laners have had. So I don't know exactly if he comes out on top here. Rich Pritch fires the Q. It goes off target here, forcing the crew back. The ultimate used. Hayden is going to throw him away so he doesn't have to deal with it, while Have Faith has secured the Mountain Drake for themselves. The W goes off target. Breezy's trying to get some good damage to throw off Hayden and his advantage at topside. Meanwhile, at bot, they're going to try to quickly take that inhibitor. They're moving right into position here. The W has been shot off here. Breezy dodges the hurricane. The ult by Aquatic has missed its target. And Have Faith Academy once again has the upper hand. You can see in the kill lead, it just shouldn't be the case, but they just do. They just do. The damage burst is just there. Nar just happens to have such a big advantage in that top spot here. Hayden just exactly where he needs to be right now. Oh, wow, what a timing on that. That's going to allow a free trade for Hayden. That's some big damage onto that Renekton, who's now sitting on the ropes trying to keep himself up. Speaking of keep himself up, Collateral has finally got caught. And that could be a big play for Have Faith, the Kryo Esports crew. Kryo Esports has shifted this right back into the favor yet again. Mofraki, the record for the Have Faith crew is 1-5, while the Kryo Esports is 3-3. That's how you know, man. That's get you caught up. Can you believe this, ladies and gentlemen? Have Faith Academy, with a mere 7 kills, is still ahead of their opponent, and they're about to grab themselves a Baron on top of it. Yeah, I said 5-1. What? Am I wrong? 5-1. Oh, I said 1-5. Oh, dang it. Silencio secures the Drake for themselves here. Hayden tries to throw him into the wall. The CC does not hit. Breezy's getting some big damage on him. He lands it. That's going to be the ultimate damage by Jinx that confirms the kill on Hayden. Renekton's got nowhere to go. Uses the flash here. As he appears to be getting chased, the silence has landed. Frosty has gotten out of this situation, but finally looks like he's got nowhere to go. The Gator's going to be completely caught in. Couldn't dodge all of those skill shots. Down he goes. Silencio tried the assassination on follow through, but it does not hit the target. Does not land where it needs to be right now. And Breezy trying to hold him off here. It's still remarkable. No matter what at this point, Have Faith Academy just always seems to have the upper hand no matter what is going on the battlefield. I feel like Blitzcrank is kind of being one of the reasons why they haven't been able to make some catches here. Oh my god, Silencio slices the Nidalee in half, but does manage to get away from the Tristana is what I was about to say, but then a kill happened by Cassiopeia onto Malzahar. Collateral, I can't... Oh, wait a minute! That's gonna be another quick assassination by Silencio! Cuts the Tristana in half! All that's left of Tristana is a hat and a fire extinguisher on her back. And a piece of her ear! That's gross! How... Come on, man, it's gross. Why would you do that? You're an assassin. You can't just, like, leave body parts behind. That's gross. Actually, Hero, it's 3-3 for Kryo. For Kryo Esports. They're 3-3. It's Yordle violence. And it looks like the momentum of all those kills are finally adding up. And finally, after all of those kills, they're now ahead of their opponent, Have Faith Academy, who've been struggling so far to get a consistent fight. Follow through, trying to speed himself up to avoid the Blitzcrank pull. Hope for their sake, Challenger Sealand, they can get themselves a 4-3. Hope for their sake. Because if they don't, they're going to be giving up a very important victory for Supernova later on if this happens to go their way. Silencio jumps and gets away from the mosh pit party. So the situation right now for Have Faith Academy is they can't seem to make a kill happen. That seems to be their main issue at this point. They just can't seem to get the kill where they need it. The damage is there. They can hurt people, but they can't kill people. That is the biggest problem right now for them. Ardent Sensor decision by the Nidalee may be one of the reasons why it's kind of swinging a certain way in their favor. Rich Pritch is going with a more supportive utility Nidalee style instead of trying to go burst damage. So they have 2 supports, and that is vital. But Rich Pritch is now very, very squishy. and has been showing multiple deaths because of it, and Silencio is only racking up more and more kills because of that as well. Anyway, it's going to be a quick catch and grab as well for the team of Have Faith, as they're really taking advantage of every single opportunity they can get their hands on. Anyway, sorry, that was a minor direct-to-camera situation here. Silencio tried to get a good catch on the squishies. Doesn't seem to go his way. The crits are coming through. Hayden's taking some damage, but they do happen. Have Faith has one goal in mind. They're going to ignore them entirely and head right for the inhibitor. Balaros seems to not care whatsoever about his environment, and neither does Collateral. They're going to continue to chase through. Collateral takes out Renekton. The GA gets popped here. Breezy forces the triple kill. And the inhibitor has been exposed here, and the Ocean Drake is now available as well. Have Faith Academy decided to ignore the comrades and go for the inhibitor at all costs and force the inhibitor to pop. Honestly, that was a very bizarre decision, I'd say, by them. Very, very bizarre. To throw your own teammates and leave them behind to allow you to get yourself an inhibitor is possibly the most risky decision I've ever seen Have Faith Academy attempt. That might have cost them the victory if this game continues to swing in the Kryo Esports favor. The inhibitor will be traded back, and the mid one goes down as well, as Silencio seems to be a little bit of worse for wear from that at half health bar. The Ocean Drake will be the final Drake that isn't going to be Elder, as Breezy and company make this an easy catch and grab. As they continue to siege mid, Aquatic will be greeting them as he slowly pushes them over and through. Silencio's got a catch. He's going to go for it. That burst was so much, but finally Janna does go down here after that barrier. My goodness, the Janna barrier caught the entire damage of Kha'Zix for that brief second. And Silencio does finally take away Janna, and that's some assassinative approach here. Wait a second, what's Silencio doing? He's currently in the middle of the lane at mid. He's clearing waves. Anyway, Aquatic does manage to get the ultimate to cancel out the other one, but unfortunately still stands still for it anyway. The Zanyas have landed the Q by both Kha'Zix. And oh my god! Oh my god! Silencio secures the kill for Breezy. The bomb damage is a lot, but it's gonna be a mistake by follow through. He doesn't he has no idea how to dodge that W. Breezy gonna grab himself another double kill. That's gonna be an exposed Nexus. They're gonna go for the win. They're going to go for the win right now. Kryo's got the upper hand. They only have to deal with Collateral. 10 seconds on the clock. Blitz is trying to push Tristana away. Goes for the pull, and it misses wide. Tristana is dealing with a very strong Jinx. The tower comes down quick. Here comes Balaros. The suppression used on Renekton to stop him. Renekton still alive. Uses his ultimate. The damage was too much for him. He goes down. Breezy does have a lot. But is he going to stay for it? He will, unfortunately, be forced to do so. Balaros is going to stay alive. And it looks like Jinx will get the GA procced, but it will not be able to take out. Yes, he does get one. The ult. Wait a second. Cassiopeia to the rescue. Aquatic's got the chance for the win. Hayden's going to try to throw him off single-handedly. Kha'Zix on the run here. This still might be over. Gnar trying everything he can. He finally gets the stun he's been looking for. The damage. He's trying, but Hayden could not survive the poison. There's no one left. Collateral comes up in 2 seconds, but the Nexus has finally popped. Woo! And we have ourselves the Kryo Esports victory with a surprising finish. Breezy with the incredible carry. Just single-handedly dominated the AD carry position. I know for a fact he doesn't play AD carry that often. He does not, and he did an unprecedented performance. What an absolute hero for the Kryo team, who absolutely needed some damage to be done in these situations. Silencio, congratulations on that epic performance, taking out, assassinating, and just taking pieces apart away from their team. And Have Faith Academy stunned, but not out of the match yet. Kryo wins match number 1, but let's see if they can win game number 2. Let's take a look at the statistics while we wait for the invite into the next match. Jinx's damage is actually slightly, and I mean this by a certain degree, very slightly less than the Malzahar, only barely losing in damage by a mere 200. Personally, incredible. Ironically, what a win. Because that was just an absolutely incredible carry by Breezy and his absolutely unstoppable damage. Let's go ahead and take a look at the wards placed here. 46 wards by the Blitzcrank. Dang. You know, I thought Blitzcrank was kind of one of the reasons why, you know, the match, you know, they didn't have as many catches as they could. Because he didn't go Righteous Glory. But that ward coverage, mwah. Mwah, beautiful ward coverage. So I gotta be honest, I think we're looking at the MVP situation early, at least for game 1. I'd say I gotta thank Silencio and Breezy for this. It's kind of a coin flip between the two of them. Silencio pressured follow through in the ward coverage in general, and Breezy just provided the very important damage that was extremely necessary through great kiting. So 100% could kind of go between the two of them because they kind of decided how this game was going to go. But let's go ahead and take a look at, let's go ahead and jump into the spectating lobby. And let's see how everything is going to look from here. But ladies and gentlemen, what an incredible game 1 here. Have Faith Academy through farming was unbelievably great. Unbelievably great. And was able to be ahead of their opponent despite certain circumstances. You know, despite the lack of kills, they were able to still be ahead of their opponent. One of those rare conditions. But the game swung right out of their favor and into the favor of Kryo Esports, where they took advantage of objective over objective. And the squishy team started to come through here. Rich Pritch, I don't expect him to play Nidalee again after that one. But Mofraki, that's not the only thing that got nerfed as well. I believe her physical damage also decreased a bit as well off the top, I think. Not only did the E-bomb, but then like another thing. I just don't remember what it was. But yes, you're right. Tristana has been a lot weaker ever since the last patch. Significantly decreased since the last patch here. Not even Janna was able to make Tristana be absolutely unbelievably dominant. Like usual. But now, let's see what kind of situation is going to come about here while we listen to some music and see what happens next. Ladies and germs that are in the lobby and know what's going on with next week, if you guys are unaware, it's going to be the Week of Faith, the Best of One series from Monday to Sunday, which is the 18th to the 24th. Going to be a lot of one-on-one action here. Where, by the way, some teams would love, and I'm telling you right now, absolutely love to do, oh, thanks, man, Mofraki, that's, like, really, really generous. That's, like, especially considering certain opinions that I've heard, from your folks, to be fair. I believe your relative, well, you showed your relative a video of mine, and he said I was kind of meh, or something. I was pretty good, but I was bad in some regards. I don't remember. I don't recall. Maybe, I don't know, my memory seems to be really wonky today. Can't seem to get my facts straight, 100%. But I thought there was like a relative of yours that said something about me not being so hot. So it's really nice of you, in particular, to say something very good. Anyway, I'm going to go jump right. I'm going to get me some air conditioning because I really need it while we wait a little bit for the next match. Well, I guess while we're waiting, we might as well make some editorial changes here. Add some wins and add some losses. Move some things around. So let's go ahead and do that. Hey guys, be right back. Gonna go ahead and did you not put the password? Okay, I'm back. Oh, that's what that was. Okay, yeah, I knew my memory was a little off. I didn't think he said it was great, though. I think he said it was just good because of something. But anyway, yeah, good to know, good to know. Whoo! Hot in my room. Gonna turn on an air conditioner. Really need that. Especially all the hype action going on so far. Match time, ladies and gentlemen. Have Faith Academy does not want to let this win slip out of their fingers. This is still a vital win for them to secure their playoff position. But Kryo very much doesn't want to lose this either, as they very much need this. Ramus has been taken away from Rich Pitch, looks like. Rich Pitch.
No cure for fools.
And Yasuo has been taken away as well. Don't usually see Yasuo been played by Aquatic, so kind of strange, honestly. Kind of very strange, in fact.
I shall endure.
Let me get in there.
I'm only slowing down a little bit, folks, but don't you worry, I'm still here.
We do what we
I'm
must.
just, got a little overhyped from the last match here. Just gonna kind of wait until the bans are completed before starting to talk. Lee Sin, Anivia, and Ramus have been taken away by the Kryo Esports group. As for the Have Faith Academy, they have taken away Yasuo, Tristana, and what appears to be
You don't have the heart for
Lucian.
this.
So 80 carries seem to be the focus this time. As they're trying to get away from Breezy's options for late, they immediately secure the Twitch. Interesting decision. Oh, Link's Overlord going to secure the... Yes. Yes, he will secure it. Rakan has been secured. I'm slaying it. Awesome. And Zaya has also been secured. So it looks like the bot lane Collateral wants to have is the couple bot lane with Lynx. Interesting. By the way, Lynx has returned into the supporting role since the option for the support last time did not seem to pay off. That, or they also got themselves a new person to chime in. Okay, no more of that. That's starting to get room temperature. Lulu. Karma. Okay. So the bot lane has been secured. Aquatic is now sitting on a rotational Karma mid or a Karma bot. Karma in the supporting position has been a little lackluster lately. Has been kind of bringing a little bit of steps back in, but ever since the Fearless ability, I don't know if Fearless is kind of like the kryptonite to Karma or not, but it kind of certainly feels that way for Karma support anyway. I'm not sure. But bottom line here, Hayden, Rich Pritch, and Balaros have secured their top lane and bot lane here. As for Silencio has decided to take Kanye in the jungle spot. Now, if I was Hayden, I think I'd get rid of Renekton.
Think what I could offer.
Ah, Cassiopeia, good option, in fact. Something to get away from Aquatic. Although Aquatic can turn this Karma into a mid laner if need be. Karma mid is a bit decent, but it's not exactly the best. So let's see how they're gonna make that work out.
I won't be denied.
Sejuani been taken away from Rich Pritch. Is to be expected here. But Rich Pritch does have his Ornn available. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens here.
As you wish.
Janna taken away as an option for Tyranos. So that means
Is that fear I smell?
most likely gonna be in case they think that that's a Karma mid. But Katarina has been taken off the board as well. So Balaros probably gonna miss that opportunity to play Katarina. But anyway, moving on. Collateral secures Rich Pritch's jungle option or Hayden's top lane option, depending if they're going to have Balaros cover in the mid lane with Kennen. But that's a lot of AoE and a lot of tunnel and a lot of area of control effect that is going on from the Half-8 Academy side here. Anyway, in response, they've decided to go with a Galio and Orianna. Ooh. That's going to be really interesting. Quite a nice little assassination front line like usual. The Kryo Esports way seems to, hey, we get an assassin to kind of mess around, make some kills happen against the support who happens to be roaming. Make some punishment happen as well. Well, it is going to be Karma support for sure here. Orianna in the mid lane against the Malzahar's Balaros. So Balaros double tapping on the Malzahar here. Let's hope it does not bite him in the tail, because so far Malzahar has been a little inconsistent in this series. Kind of been a little hit or miss for teams so far. Challenger C. Lin says, man, I really think it's a mistake not to go a tank support on the Cryos team. And you might be correct here. Although, engage is going to be a big factor here for both sides. You know, and I don't know if Karma is exactly the kind of option you really want to have in this situation. But perhaps there's some other means, some other method that I'm not exactly being completely aware of here. So we got some new hot players, and some new cold players in this one. Right now, Breezy 100% is engulfed in pure magma, as this guy is just absolutely the next level of heat that I've ever seen. His lack of enemy attention was able to get so much damage down, so much pressure down, and Breezy just made it all look so efficient and effective for a guy who normally doesn't play the ADC position a lot. My goodness, just really consistent work coming out of Breezy here. And that is one of the reasons he's really looking very good right now. As for Silencio, going to go ahead and take the Kanye. Probably going to take Rosk as well. Somewhere to get some extra bruiser, extra CC, and some good damage. Probably just picked to survive the laning phase. Good idea. And it will be a pretty good punishment as well if Rakan does not use the double E to get out of Karma's hold with the chain. Let's hope for the best for Kryo's sake, and let's hope for the best as well for the Have Faith Academy, because this match should be the deciding factor if Have Faith Academy lets it happen this way. Match should be coming along pretty shortly, folks. Stick around. If you guys can make this a 20 view mark, I'd actually be really impressed, considering, like, one, I'm just by myself out here. I don't think I really can sustain exactly 20 viewers on average by myself. That'd be a miracle. But if you do stick around, you get to decide who the MVP is. Remember, 20 is what I need to make that decision known. So basically, what I'm saying here is, please stick around to give me the necessary amount of people, so that way we have our voting session that I believe you people very much deserve. Anyway, any newcomers that drop in here, please drop a follow. Would be fantastic to get as many follows as we can here. It is already the end of this week, which means we've already beat our 70 followers quota. I want to get myself 80 by, I want to get myself 80. I want to get myself 90. I want to get myself 100. I want 100 followers before the playoffs start for our season. And that's something I really hope we can make that happen before the end. And I hope you guys are able to make that happen for me as well. As we get ourselves right into the action of the loading screen here. Since the picks have been finalized, we'll have Faith Academy reverse sweep the situation now that Lynx is in the bot lane. Or will the boys of Kryo Esports clinch their current position at 6th place and try to drag themselves into 5th if they can get this win? They can get themselves prevented from losing, for a chance at losing their wild card spot. Man, I can't seem to pronounce this correctly. They just came back to, I want 100 followers. Me too, Army, me too. Well, folks, this could be the last match for one of these teams. This could be the last match for Have Faith Academy, who are favored to win this matchup, statistically speaking. They do have the upper hand. They do happen to have the stronger player. So, in theory, they should be able to win this match, statistically speaking. But, of course, you never know, and you can never really count out Kryo Esports. Not when they still have a fighting chance, and they definitely got one here. Flag landed, and the line has been officially drawn by Rich Pritch, saying, alright, let's go ahead and head back to our respective sides of the jungle, and no more fighting. The flag of division. Ooh, ward's been placed by Oriana here. No warding in this situation. So let's hope, for Rich Pritch's sake, he might be able to get a good flank around and probably get a good assassination onto Aquatic Dark.
Minions have spawned.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The bot lanes are going to be meeting soon, and it looks like Twitch is going to take some early advantage here. And Frosty at heart, going to be playing Galio for the first time. At least first time in this series. Let's see if his decision to take a more tankier option against the very strong Kennen will end up being a good one. Hayden does have a good amount of skill on Kennen. And AOACC seems to be the plan for the Half-8 Academy's turning point. Would have suspected Misfortune to also play a little bit of a factor in this, but I guess they decided that they wanted the duet bot lane. Ooh, Richbridge is starting to get very low here. Decides to use the Ignite to secure his red buff, but he is already half health bar here. Meanwhile, Oriana keeping up with Balros this time. Aquatic is not going to let Malzahar get a bigger advantage like he did last time in the lane. Silencio has confirmed the blue. J4 takes a peek at his opponent here, drops a ward and walks out. Silencio gonna go ahead and make a quick gank here. Hayden goes for the flash early. The slow has landed. Silencio is gonna get some good damage onto Hayden, but Hayden's simply gonna walk out of there. Silencio's damage in the early stages as Kayn usually isn't very high. So far, I don't exactly see either side being a good ganking opportunity for either opponent. There's no easy gank option, really. That's kind of going to be really rough for ganking for both junglers. You really got to catch them off guard in order for them to actually have a good way. I think the best ganking opportunity here for Richbridge would probably be the top lane. But every camp in the top side has been taken out, so I don't know what Richbridge is going for here. Probably to do what I just said, and decides to go right for the top lane right away. Frosty would have no idea until Richbridge gets there. And there he is. He's already in present. He's now invisible range here. I hope Frosty can get out. The dodge by the dash. What a way to dodge the E by Hayden. Dodge the Hayden's Q. Great job by Frosty. Breezy seems to be walking in here. Got the dash. Got the damage. Can this be enough, though? Breezy gets hit, but does get another damage back out there. Collateral. TP already by Kennen. No, Balaros actually goes for the TP. No mana on it either. What a bizarre decision. Overlord misses the W, and they jump right back out. Breezy trying to get some extra damage in there. Tom Chang calling his shots yet again here, saying Collateral is going to go absolutely unstoppable in this performance. Last time he said that, he was 100% accurate, folks. Will he be right again? Last time Tom Chang said so, he was right. And last time, he was 100% accurate. Collateral went unstoppable after that first performance. But this is a different condition. But can the same results happen regardless? We'll find out. You're welcome. Collateral does get some good damage onto the Karma support here, but the way every situation seems to be in the equal favor so far here. Valeros had to sacrifice a couple of waves there as Orianna now has the farming lead. Meanwhile, Frosty behind Kennen here. Kennen's advantage in this lane is skyrocketing. Frosty can't even keep up whatsoever in the farm department at all. This is completely another landslide situation for Frosty, who seems to be struggling against Hayden yet again. Hayden really loves playing those ranged top laners. He loves playing those ranged top laners every time. How is Collateral going to tear it up when Breezy's been asked to join challenger teams? What? Breezy's been asked to join challenger teams? Since when? Challengers C-Lin, what do you mean by that? What do you mean he's been asked to join challenger teams? Is that true? Why? When? As long as you believe anything is possible, my dude. Well, that's the Half-Faith Esports. Well, at least that's one of their mottos, kind of. Ah! Silencio is going to pressure with that heavy level advantage against his opponent here. The ults are coming in by their team here. Silencio is almost dead here. Rich Bridge gonna secure the first blood for himself, and Galio's gonna pay the price as well. No way does that work out for Silencio, despite the level 2 advantage. That damage by Rich Bridge was just somewhere on a level playing field that I don't think anybody could have done anything for. Oh, Breezy does manage to survive it, but it looks like somebody's going to go down here for sure. Breezy's damage is not coming through. Oh, or is it? He lowers them to half health bar, but Breezy's on the ropes here. It appears that J4 has revealed a little bit of the position to Aquatic, so now they know where J4 is, somewhere roaming in the mid side. Oh boy, it's engage time, and it looks like Karma's going to pay the big price right off the bat. The TP gets canceled, as it looks like Karma is the only one biting the dust on this one. Half-Eighth Academy has gotten themselves the kill lead this time around. Aquatic. Balaros might have misread his damage output. Here we go. The last auto does land. Rich Pritch here to the rescue. Aquatic will be saved by Silencio, but Aquatic is still very low. Rich Pritch does not make the attempt at the engage here. My goodness, I don't know what it is, but it looks like Rich Pritch is a lot tankier than the last time I seen him. And for good reason. Oh no, Frosty. I really wish we didn't see that. That was nearly an entire wave was missed by Frosty. That's something he's going to really have to work hard to get back. That's something he really needed to get himself back into this situation here. He missed an entire wave. Unfortunate for Frosty. Sorry, folks. Again, I'm still by myself here, so I need to pause myself to make sure I don't exhaust myself. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. Ooh, taunt does land on target. Frosty is taking some return fire, but the damage is not as much as I was expecting, actually. Huh. That magic resist barrier starting to work pretty good for that Galio. Ward clearing here by Rich Pritch. They're trying to make a play on Aquatic. Aquatic being very aggressive here for good reason. Rich Pritch and company immediately run out of there quick and fast. Ooh, Frosty kind of gambling a little bit there, trying to throw him back. Rich Pritch and company finally turned back onto Aquatic. Aquatic does not have enough survivability to survive 2 ultimates. Down he goes. The pressure here given by both sides. One unable to take out the other. Hayden starting to feel the burn, though. The wind damage has caused Hayden to realize that he is not having the bigger advantage after all. Rich Pritch engages, links, uses the ultimate, but his speed is nowhere near as fast as he thought it would be. That ultimate goes completely to waste. Breezy does manage to get some good damage, and neither side is able to really get the upper hand here. Rich Pritch engages back in. Breezy's getting some good damage onto their targets. Neither side can really get the upper hand here. Breezy's certainly putting his best foot forward here, but his support with no mana is not giving him anything. Karma support seems to be really not playing Tyrannus well at all, because this is just going very poorly for him, as this will be now his second blood unless Breezy can somehow get him out of this. Breezy trying to force the fight against Collateral. That is so much damage. Breezy's so close, but that was just too much. Collateral is going to survive this by the slimmest of true damages. That fight was so close. And Collateral nearly died in that situation. But Breezy, despite his better efforts, was unable to make that work. And right now, It looks like Tyrannos is really struggling so far to find his ground. This is looking really poorly for the bot lane situation, as Tyrannos seems to probably need to maybe have played a support that might have worked a little bit better. Engage time. J4 comes in. That damage, undeniable. And there's the ultimate to follow up. Once again, dying the exact same way as Orianna 2 times in a row, the exact same fashion. And J4 is looking absolutely dominant in this situation. Silencio comes in. That damage, pretty good. Can it be enough? Yes, it is. The ultimate by Silencio confirms the kill on Malzahar. J4 had no opportunity to get to the cavalry on that one. Now, despite being in a more behind position, Breezy is still able to make this work out. He's got the 145 and making sure he's gotten every single one of those minions. Really good job out of Breezy here, knowing exactly how much your tick damage does. Great job. He hit the entire wave there, getting all 145 gold. Very good job by Breezy. It's a rare sight, honestly. I don't exactly see too much of that kind of AD carry action, but Breezy seems to really be very good so far at it. This situation kind of went in the favor of Have Faith Academy, but they're not exactly pushing their lead, nor are they trying to get objectives here. It seems like they're trying to make a statement from what happened last time with their lack of kills. Oh, here we go. Breezy gets, unfortunately, heavily bursted, and Lynx's ultimate makes it so there was no chance whatsoever for either Karma or Twitch to get out of that situation. When late game comes around, we might be seeing a different tale here with the way Breezy's been playing. And the first blood turret goes to the jungler and the bot lane. Good work out of them. Boy, Kryo's starting to look like they just don't have the type of teamwork they had earlier. They really seem to be very much all over the place right now. Which is not looking good, since right now Rich is completely overwhelming the game. Have Faith Academy does have the upper hand here, but I don't see them doing a lot of plays. Only just some gank here, gank there. It's a little bit different from the strategy they were doing earlier. Maybe I might be thinking this incorrectly. I must be thinking this incorrectly. Have to be. Oh, if we haven't seen it once, we haven't seen it twice, we see it 3 times. Rich Pritch's ganking has been relentless, and no matter what happens, there just seems to be no wards for the poor mid laner, as Tyrannos is completely struggling 100% here. The struggle for Karma support is absolutely real, and Tyrannos went from a hero to 0 in no time flat. Not really much to say at this stage here, but I'm more curious at what is going to be the next team fight, to be honest. Looks like Fiji's has just shown up. Hey, Fiji's! What's up, man? The match so far seems to be going heavily in the favor of Have Faith Academy at this point. With a 6,000 lead and slowly increasing over the course of the match, seems like Have Faith Academy does have the game in their hands, but they haven't made any big plays yet. They seem to still want to be in the lane phase for most of the time. But here comes a big catch here, and Rich Pritch is getting some good damage in. That ultimate was going to be returned by one of their own here. Whoa! What in the world just happened? What in the world just happened? Balaros has come in and all of a sudden has realized all the members have gone away here. The taunt to silence it off. Breezy gets some returning fire, and that's a good kill. Whoa! What just happened? Just when I was falling asleep on you guys, I get woken up, and Breezy and the rest of the Kryo Esports have swung themselves back into the fight again. Dang! Did you guys see all those crits? The guy only has, like, what, 40% on the crit? He managed to get 2 big ones in that one. Great job by Breezy. Really good concentration, as it looks like they had a huge advantage before that happened. Silencio looks to be able to get out of that situation, and Have Faith Academy was really hit hard and fast with that ability. Well, at this stage of the game here, that was a huge, monumentous swing here. Let's see what Have Faith Academy does to try to rebalance themselves and take their advantage back. Because they just were suddenly bursted by Twitch and company. Boy, it looked pretty bad for them right there when Have Faith Academy just kind of really wombo comboed both Tymanos and Aquatic. And it looks like Tymanos once again will be taking a huge barrage of damage and does not go down. I think Balaros might be regretting that purchase of going with the Rylai's here, because his damage is not as much as he was hoping it would be. Silencio, what a way to use that wall. Does manage to get Hayden knocked up here. Hayden goes down to Oriana here. The burst on the retaliation damage. Breezy and company are throwing him right out of the jungle. Meanwhile, Silencio jumps in. He manages to grab onto the Rakan. He gets another one. All of a sudden, almost out of nowhere, Have Faith Academy are on the ropes and they're running away. Silencio chasing him down here. Collateral. And his damage is a lot, but is it enough? He gets, oh my goodness, he barely avoids the last one. Great escape by Collateral, but to avoid the ace. What a swing. Not only did they manage to make it work once, they made it work twice, in the same area too. What a swing. What an absolute turnabout. And all of a sudden, this match has gotten extremely close, and now Have Faith Academy are now behind Kryo Esports here. But only by such a slim margin. The scoreboard has been reset, and the 2-11 has become 11-14. What a swing. Also, Silencio's able to just make that final damage really matter when it does. His damage is starting to work pretty well. And Breezy's been farming very nicely, and so has Collateral. They're almost neck and neck in farm and in power difference. They almost look exactly the same type of AD carry in ways that you don't usually talk about when you're in a casting position. Usually they're kind of equal, but this is kind of like they're equal in a different way. So far, no split push decision has been made. And it is really interesting that both sides are kind of wanting to fight as 5. Neither side wants to get caught out like they have been. But one side has been able to take advantage of every catch that has been made. And Breezy, of all people, has been able to make that work really nicely. Malzahar has been sent to the bot side here, as it looks like the rotations are starting to be made towards the Baron pit. Ward clearing seems to be the next step here. This is starting to get a little bit more congested. It should be very interesting to see what happens next, as it's quite clear that Breezy knows Malzahar is bot side. Doesn't want to run into that ultimate. That would be extremely bad for him. Once again, Aquatic won't be caught this time. Good job on the flash to avoid it. Oh, Rich Pritch looking for trouble here. And the support Karma gets caught again here. Silencio to the rescue. Damage coming through. But neither side wants to commit, considering what happened last few times. No side really wants to give up another ace. So they both back off. A lot of thinking is going on right now between both sides. A lot of thought is going into what's going to happen next. Who's going to make the next play? Who wants to make the catch? What do we need to make a catch? What do we need to make a catch so that way Breezy doesn't get kills at the end of it? That's a lot of the questioning that is going on right now between both sides. They definitely do not want to make a big mistake. No side wants to make a big mistake. But it is something that both sides will have to accept at some point. You're gonna have to make a move. You can't let things continue to be the way they are. You have to make a kill happen. You have to take objectives. But neither side is ready to make that decision yet. They want to keep getting farm. They want to get to their late game. But there's only so much you can wait for before the next fight comes around. Whether you want it to happen or not, there's gonna be a fight, and that fight is gonna decide the next objective. Looks like a 1-3-1 is set up here. Frosty tried to catch Lynx, but that's not gonna happen. Breezy in the mid lane right now. No catch is gonna be made here. No play yet. Kennon's at bot side here. And it looks like Kryo is currently setting up a death bush. No. They're actually positioning inside the Baron pit here. Have faith. Tries to get some good vision of the area. It's engage time. Karma hits the barrier, and Collateral takes a ton of the damage here. Lynx does get the charm land, but can Lynx survive it? Here comes Aiden, and that's going to be a big burst by Hayden. Aquatic will end up going down as well. Hayden looking for that penta. Silencio gets a kill on the way out. Hayden gets one more! He's got the penta! There it is! Hayden, on record, has selected, collected, and confirmed the first penta on record! What an incredible performance by Hayden! The first one on record. The one by Mango and his crew way back when does still count. It wasn't, unfortunately, on record. This one is. Great job by Hayden for getting the first ever recorded penta. What an incredible job. He used the ultimate to take out 3 people. Then he went and took advantage of Silencio and the positioning that Galio did. The separation was the main factor for why Hayden was able to make that look almost too easy. He lost no health in all of that. What an incredible pentakill. For what an incredible job Hayden did. Congratulations to this man. This guy has really spoken for an MVP position of the series. And he might get it. Based off, he might be able to get it if his team can win this one and possibly the next. Anyway, immediately rushing the Baron is Kryo, as they just now realizing it. Could Hayden possibly grab himself another penta? Baron has been secured. Hayden goes right in. The stun locks have been confirmed here. Hayden grabs one more kill, but Breezy returns fire. His damage is great, but is it enough? Breezy holding him off. Oh man, I'm dying over here. Breezy's damage. He's got a quadra. He got a quadra. He's going for the penta. Breezy's going to return the penta with another penta. No, he doesn't know where he went. He doesn't know where Lynx went. No. He didn't know where Lynx went. Oh no. Breezy missed the chance for another penta. 2 pentas in the same game and Breezy missed it. Breezy's going to secure the top tower for sure, though. My goodness, they completely misjudged Breezy and his damage. The entire enemy team just thought Breezy was not going to hurt. That was going to be the last time that ever happens for Breezy. That crit, that continuous crit. Let's hope for the best in the next situation to come here as Link's going to try to get some ward coverage down. I'm dying. I'm dying over here, folks. I'm dying. This is still Army, by the way. I'm just doing an accent. Breezy, what an unprecedented performance out of him. Clawing his way back into this matchup as Hayden, with that incredible pentakill, tried to grab himself another one, but faced the absolute tyranny of the beautiful amount of damage Breezy was able to return fire with. Nearly getting himself his own penta, in fact. Oh, the taunt! Did manage to get Balaros. Balaros is on the ropes here. No one to help. And Silencio makes that look easy. Good catch by Frosty. That tower's going down here. All of a sudden, Kryo has got a huge upper hand. All of a sudden. That advantage by the misread of Malzahar might lead to a tower falling down depending on what the next play is. The waves are not on the favor of Kryo. They might want to start thinking about rotating. But they like their advantage here. Perhaps they're waiting for an ult. No, they're going to rotate top. Dustblade. Very powerful. Can see why he took it. My goodness, my goodness, my goodness. What a shift in tone in battle that this has become. Breezy getting some good damage in here. Silencio trying to scare him back from an engage. The siege continues with the Baron advantage. But how big do they actually have of an advantage? Is Have Faith Academy on the ropes here? Or is Kryo Esports really really the stronger end of the two parties? The sieging has ended. The tower has been damaged, but neither side was able to take anything from each other in that one. 35 minutes on the board here. This is for a game 2. This is definitely going to be a tough and rough matchup for either side here. Whoopsies. Speaking of that, should probably make it so people understand what the scoreboard looks like. Whoopsies. When you're by yourself, you kind of forget. Oh no, the 1 is backwards. Dang it. The 1 is backwards. Rookie mistake. This is something that's something, all right, there we go. Haha. It's a little close, actually. Can I drag you over a little bit? Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. It's not just me. Alright. You win. I made that mistake too. That's fair. It's only fair. So, I see you. Something Bunny would do. I see you. Just keeping you on your toes, Bunny. Keeping you on your toes. You're gonna be replacing me at some point in your career. You're gonna end up being the golden goose of the streaming crew for season 2, 100%. You're gonna be the guy that everybody runs into to keep the thing going. It's gonna be you, man. And it's gonna be fun watching to see how great of a caster and streamer you're gonna be for this group. Something Bunny would do. Looks like each side wants to stay as a group. As 5 here. Balaros got a catch. Frosty! Oh no! You guys have got to. That's gotta stop. How does both sides make the same mistake on the rotations? Come on! How does that happen? How do you guys keep allowing that to happen? Both sides keep leaving people behind when they make rotations. With no Oriana here, they don't have the advantage. Lynx goes for the catch here. Frosty gets the taunt on everybody. The damage is about to come right back in here, folks. Breezy got to deal with the stun here. That is so much to deal with. Way too much. And they don't have themselves any way to get the peel off. Can Collateral survive this? He does do. He do survive. And that's the ace against Kryo Esports. They got caught. They tried to make a catch, but J4, well played, well positioned, immediately jumped right onto Have Faith Academy and jumped right onto the target. Ooh, Rich Fritz tried to go for another catch, didn't seem to land here. Have Faith Academy is slowly beginning to spawn in here, but is the match over? Yes! It looks like Kryo's going to go for the win here. Aquatic does manage to get Malzahar. The damage onto the tower is a lot here. They don't have that much time. Karma's spawning in. It looks like this is where Have Faith Academy wants to go for the win here. They have changed their mind when both Twitch and Karma have gotten back up. The damage has been done. They're running out. Can they make the catch? Karma desperately trying to get a slow here. The root has landed. Collateral gets the kill on Karma. Breezy tries to get one more kill on the way out. Hayden is going to be able. Oh boy, I think that just about ended the match right there, didn't it? Yep, that ends the match right there. And Silencio will be the last one to go down here, but as he takes out one more person. And Have Faith Academy have turned it back, folks. They have won the match here, and it looks like there's going to be a game 2. The catch they wanted was so much, but they didn't realize Rich Fritz and everyone else managed to get everything they needed there. And now the match has been concluded. A game 3 will happen. Well then. Well. What do we have here, folks? We have a game 3 on a solo caster. Well. Let's take a look at the numbers here and see why that happened. Well, I think it's quite obvious. Hayden has gotten an MVP right there, the pentakill, to shift the match back into the swing of things. Collateral, despite his incredible damage performance here, and despite his incredible thing, you can't really take away a penta. The penta that turned the tide of battle. All of a sudden, the match and the tone has shifted. Let's go ahead and take a look at the visual.
scary, and I'm honestly a little bit shook because I didn't know he had an ADC.
I didn't know that either. You can tell when I was talking about it, I was completely caught off guard. Asshole, he says. You asshole, he says. My goodness, Ryu.
The casters and the staff.
What a man, what a myth, what a legend. Sorry. Yeah, no joke. I didn't realize Breezy was actually an AD carry this whole time. I don't even know what he plays anymore. He was top, he was mid, he was jungle at one point, he was a support. Like, this guy just doesn't know what to do with himself, and now it seems like he knows.
Looks like he's getting the most mileage out of ADK. 11 and 1 is Jinx, was it? And a quadra kill. Switch, it's like... all this time, I didn't know he was at ADK, and then he pulls this out, and I'm like, alright. I'm impressed.
I am impressed as well. I was not expecting it whatsoever. Oops, my phone. Not expecting it whatsoever here. Just the shift in tone, the shift in power between both sides here. You know, when you look at the scoreboard, you kind of get like an assessment of like, okay, they're strong because they have a lot of kills. But in the very first game there, you know, Esports, they were like ahead in kills, but Half-Faith Academy was just ahead of them in pressure. It was just like a reverse of the situation. It's so strange to see. Normally it doesn't work that way.
It was just they were Half-Faith was rotating extremely well off of just little wins. And I think the thing that what ended up working for them was they sort of just forced fights, and there's nothing that Half-Faith could do. Once Kryo started for.
The audience seemed to be pretty healthy for the fact that I was actually doing this by myself for the most part. That's actually kind of crazy. I wasn't thinking I'd be like so popular single-handedly. 15 consistent, that's crazy. For one person in this environment, that's rough. Can you move Lee Sin into ours? Oh, what's happening? Oh, Challenger Lee Sin C Lin is doing what now? He's being moved into the Discord lobby of the Kryo Esports. Tyrannos, I think, kind of fell off a little bit in the supporting category when I... Oh.
Hey, Army, mute the stream for a second.
Okay, one moment here, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a brief muting of the stream here. Be right back momentarily. Don't you worry, guys. Game 3 still going on. Be right back. Muted. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back at it once again here for the Game 3 here. Small, brief staff meeting to decide certain events that had occurred here with some ruling. But we are all set and done. Everybody's fit and accorded to play accordingly. Everybody's ready to go. Everybody's set in stone. Let's see who wins this one out. By the way, we have a bit of a change in lineup here for the Kryo Esports crew. Not only have they lost their mid laner, Breezy has decided to be their new mid laner here, and Hayate is now the new AD carry, and Lee Sin, Challenger C Lin, ladies and gentlemen, is now the jungler for this matchup here.
I'm not gonna lie, I really wanted to see Breezy ADC again, but I'm okay with him mid as well. This Hayate guy is probably gonna pop off too, because Kryo has a history of getting some pretty solid ADCs.
Is kind of a bit of a, you know, that's with Breezy, with how good he was doing, I don't know why you walk away from that and give it to another person. I mean, he was looking at the MVP really until this point, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, he's versatile. I mean, if he could play a really good ADC and then a good mid lane, and then you get somebody else who can play ADC but can't play mid, it's like now you have solid all across the board instead of really good in one place and really not in another. It's like a trade-off a little bit. It all depends, especially since this is sort of like late. Who's available changes quite a bit.
Okay, well, just so folks are aware, wow, Lynx, that was hilarious. Okay, folks, I will be momentarily right back. It's going to be bathroom break for me. Hope you guys stick around a little bit longer. We already have 18 views, and we can get ourselves a nice solid 20 views. Get our followers up on top of that. We can start talking about having you guys decide the MVP. So please, make sure we have 20 viewers in the audience by the time of the end of the game of Game 3, and we can have our decision for the MVP. Until then, I'll be right back. Bathroom break.
To protect your soul.
I am actually still here, guys. Contrary to popular belief, I did not go to the bathroom with Army. I am still here.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through
Dang. I guess Breezy really just had no patience for me whatsoever, I guess. Okay, well, I think it's quite clear we should get this started for his sake, otherwise he's gonna go ballistic.
He just wanted to know if you're dumb in the bathroom, dude.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, don't go! Oh my god. What does even "oh my god" mean?
I think he was trying to say done. Not really sure what's going on there.
No patience for the wicked, I guess. For the weary. Let's go ahead and get right into this. I will be the color caster for this one, while Bunny, you will cover me for the play-by-play, unless you're asking for something else.
Nah, that's cool. I'm good with that.
Fine. Woo! Over here. Sharpening.
Thank you very much for that, in fact, because my job just got a lot easier.
I'm expecting a cannon ban. Only because Hayden, like, he got a pentakill, obviously. If that's not enough to strike fear into the hearts of Kryo Esports, then is also Twitch. Well, no, actually, no, Breezy's now mid, so the champion pool they actually have to ban against him is completely different. And they still did ban Twitch, which is always a good ban, but it's not Breezy's Twitch they're banning now. It's Hayte's Twitch. Not really 100% sure on the pronunciation on that, but I'm going to go with my gut.
Although Twitch is basically a solid ban anyway, I do agree with what you're saying here. Collateral probably could have used that himself, but hey, it is their decision to probably want to go with something maybe like Tristana again, perhaps.
Yeah, we could see another Tristana pick, because Collateral has proven that when he's on Tristana, if he's fed, he won't hesitate to jump in. J4 gone from the Rich, as well as Fizz gone from Breezy.
I bet he's gonna miss that, but knowing Rich Pritch, he's probably either gonna take a Rek'Sai here, or maybe going to take another bruiser style of a jungler. That's usually his kind of cup of tea. I don't expect an Ornn here, but who knows?
Potentially the return of the Nidalee.
And Rakan has been secured for Lynx. You know, Rakan, heck of a guy. Tristana has been secured for Hayte.
Have Faith Academy has a real, like, just in general, like either between Lynx or Figgy or whoever's playing for them on support, if they get Rakan, just every support on Have Faith Academy has a beast Rakan.
And Challenger C Lin, otherwise known as Lee Sin, decides to pick Lee Sin. Big shot.
Whoa, amazing.
I know, right? What's Richbridge going to take here? No seconds left. Secures the Sejuani, one of his trademarks.
That is another tank on the Richbridge. He's found some success on tanks. A little bit dodgy on the AP champions, but, you know, glad we get to see him on a tank again. It's pronounced Hate? Okay, that makes sense. So, it looks like the ADC for Kryo, his name is pronounced Hate. That makes sense after reading it over again. Thank you, Tyrannos.
Oh, Hate. Okay, thank you, Tyrannos. Really appreciate that. I really hate that your name is spelled that way. As I slowly look away from him. In hate, Trid.
Breezy, as the text-to-speech likes to call him Shreezy. What's he gonna lock in for this? Leona to Tyranno. Which is a solid pick against the Jinx, who has no escapes. Some more bans coming out.
I find this kind of interesting here.
It is done.
What?
Trying to take Leona to counter out the Rakan. When Rakan engages, Leona can intercept it by using the, you know, the Q. And whatever, you know, Rakan runs off to, if Leona can hit the E, Leona follows. So I feel like that could counter Rakan in a certain way. But what makes it really difficult is, it is difficult to hit a Rakan with an ultimate unless you catch him off guard. And I don't know if that's a good option here.
Having played this matchup a considerable amount of times, specifically on the side of Rakan, because I despise playing Leona, it's really a skill matchup only because when Rakan engages, Leona can counter-engage onto their ADC, and then, but on the same time, Rakan can jump back. So, it's really a mixture of which AD carry can get stronger faster, and which support is aware of their power spikes. And then as long as they're really careful about when they choose to engage, then it really depends on just which one hits that spike first. Now, the only reason I think it is slightly on the side of Kryo here is because Tristana Leona is a little bit, or Tristana can react to Leona's engage a little quicker than Jinx can react to Rakan's, just because of the jump. So I think it's a pretty even matchup, but leaning slightly towards Kryo's side.
Well, you know, if you feel pretty confident about your first match in the top lane position, then you must be Hayden, because Hayden is going to once again face off against Frosty Heart's favorite top laner, Renekton, while Ahri has been secure for Balaros. Interesting decision goes with Ahri, of all champions.
And it's pretty... Ahri is a pretty solid champion for going into a blind pick situation, which is what Balaros was doing. Because she's kind of difficult to counter, because she can play safe and she can play aggressive. A Diana?
Unless you play Diana into that, in which case it's going to be aggressive fighting regardless.
I love Diana. I always have fun playing Diana, jungle, mid, wherever it is. So seeing her in a situation where in the hands of an actual good player, unlike myself, is going to be quite a treat.
You're telling me. I'm kind of expecting a lot of similarities to what happened with Game 1 happening here with Game 2. The big factor that is the biggest difference here, I'd say, there's a lot less AoE crowd control. A lot less. Coming out of Have Faith Academy. Sorry, not Have Faith Academy. Kryo Esports here. They're really relying solely on single target damage and single target CC. I mean, except for Leona's ultimate, of course. But the thing is, Have Faith Academy, they do have a lot of crowd control ADC, crowd control area of effect CC here. And that is kind of a bigger advantage, I would say, than Kryo Esports situation here. I do hope they can really pull something out and really, as a whole, get themselves in the better position.
I can agree with that. I think the major thing that Have Faith has to watch out for in this situation is making sure that whoever that Kryo Esports chooses to dive does not die. Now that's obviously a little difficult because Rakan being the only shield on the team for Jinx or Ahri makes it so Kryo isn't going to have an incredibly difficult time killing them. However, if Have Faith Academy actually does engage first, then Kryo is going to be in for a rough time trying to counter-engage on that, with a lot of their major champions being chunked due to AoE. So it's a back and forth. It's like whoever engages first is definitely going to have the upper hand in these fights, but Have Faith Academy is looking more solid for team fights.
That is a very accurate and fair statement.
I like to be impartial with my statements, you know, speak in the general.
Well, of course. And gonna say this as well, Hayden sitting at the top spot currently for the MVP position. And he really earned it with that incredible penta of his earlier with Kennen. Which is why Kennen was also later on banned, to make sure Gnar would never get that opportunity again. So,
spoken from Hayden himself, who also had said he wanted to give credit to Lynx for baiting them and giving his life so Hayden could get the pentakill.
And you know, as a person, as a player, it's always nice to thank people for the reasons you get the right amount of damage to get your pentakill. So absolutely. Good job to Lynx for that.
You don't get recognized nearly enough for how much they do for everybody. So
let's hope for a Kryo Esports' sake here that these changes aren't going to make the big difference. And that they can really keep their strength, keep their confidence, and possibly take another victory away from Half-Faith Academy here. Again, they really need this to really prevent Supernova and Dreamers from taking their spot away from them.
Absolutely, and a lot of this is actually worth mentioning. I'm pretty sure has Half-Faith Academy the only team to actually get a vet that's like go to Game 3 on stream.
Yeah,
and this is like the third or second time they've done it as well.
Yeah, they definitely just don't know how to win Game 1. They just don't know. They have no idea. They were like, oh yeah, you know, that first game, right? Yeah, of course, the first game.
It's like, oh, we're playing League? Oh, man.
Yeah, there's Game 1, I remember. You guys remember that? I remember that.
Actually, it's a little bit concerning for them, considering going into next week, they may be playing best of ones. So
right.
If they can't get that first game strategy down, they could end up losing a bunch of series because they're looking for a best of 3, but they're not getting it.
To which, this is why I'm saying, like, they need this win here. With this win, no matter what happens in the Week of Faith, they'll guarantee themselves a playoff opportunity. Like, they'll guarantee themselves into the ranking of playoffs, regardless of their performance during the Half-Faith. So they need this win. This guarantees their chances to make playoffs.
Then on the same token, if Kryo is able to pull out this win, then they're making sure that with Supernova and Dreamers really close behind at their heels, they don't have to worry too much about them picking up wins next week, as they're going to be holding their spot at 5th place pretty tight.
Right, and Kryo, of all people, really want to make the playoffs here. They've made bold statements, they made bold claims, and they don't want their claims to be missed. They don't want to miss their opportunity for said claims. Anyway, Balaros walks into some trouble here, but simply throws the Q and walks away.
Actually, seem to have at least my loading is taking forever. I apologize on that.
I had a bit of a bug myself. I fixed it really
there
quick.
We go. Now we're in the game.
Indeed. So anyway, as we're concluding here, this is a very make-or-break game for both teams here. They need to secure themselves victories to prevent their chances of losing in the games to come in the next week. This is extremely hit or miss for both sides. Both sides absolutely need to win this. Let's hope they can.
Absolutely. Looks like Rich Switch is going to start on that blue buff, while bot lane does chill in the bush, making sure there's no invade going on. Buff should be spawning within seconds, as both Lee Sin, Sealin, what am I gonna? I'm just gonna go with Sealin. Sealin and Rich are starting their blue buffs.
I mean, you're not wrong for calling him Sealin, but
both are technically correct.
It's true. You can call him whatever you want at this point.
Does seem like Balaros actually is rocking the new Star Guardian Ari skin to go with that announcer that's currently going on. I personally have it off because I cannot stand her, but to each his own.
To each his own, indeed. I agree. It is kind of annoying listening to that announcer, but also it's even more annoying listening to music while the game's going on. And I keep doing that. I don't know why.
It's late at night, man. You know, and you had a tough time casting 2 games solo, so cut yourself a bit of slack. You got this.
And very intense closing fights as well.
Absolutely. It looks like it's a little bit relaxed here now, though. Neither teams are really focusing on poking each other. Just some good old-fashioned farming in both lanes, or in every lane right now. We saw the Jinx game 1, and now Jinx versus Tristana game 1, but now it's back on the sides of Switch. Valeros looking for some poke on Diana. Does miss the charm, though.
Indeed.
Just gonna go back to farming again.
So Frosty kind of recalls exactly what happened last time he was up against Gnar. So I guess he kind of gets the understanding of how Hayden plays, but is that going to make any difference, really? With how the fighting will go from this point?
I think a lot of it's going to depend on jungle pressure, because we saw Rich attempting to put jungle pressure out there, but he just wasn't able to do as much on Italy because he was going that supportive build. But now he's on Sejuani, now he's on tanks, and we've seen Rich on tanks, and he's dangerous on tanks. But then again, Lee Sin's also on his main champion, I would assume his main champion.
I mean, I don't know, like...
I mean, he could maintain for all we know.
Right? And we might be thinking he's like actually a Rek'Sai main this whole time.
It's just to pull bans. He just makes his name Lee Sin to pull bans.
Oh yeah, it's genius. It only works sometimes though. Not for this game.
Still, just a lot of farming happening. Link's going for a little bit of poke. Not much happening anywhere, although it does seem like mid lane and bot lane is slightly skewed towards Have Faith, while top lane is towards Kryo in the farm department. That's really all we can judge at this point, as not a ton is happening. Valorous again going for some poke. Frosty. There's the charm lands on Diana. Still not a ton of damage happening. Diana down to half health, and she's got 1 pot to go, while Ari has 2. Sealin maybe looking for something bottom lane, but he is going to step on a ward. Is he going to stop? No, he's not. Tristana jumps in. Leona flashes, lands the Zenith Blade onto the Rakan. Lee Sin lands the Q. Link's overload's looking really low. He gets hit with the first blood. Lee Sin's fairly low too. He pops that master emote as he gathers first blood for Kryo Esports.
And did you see that that animation by Lee Sin? That was the craziest. Oh, wait a minute. About another fight happening right here.
Hayden versus Frosty. Frosty has to burn his flash to get away from the hyper proc.
All right, well, anyway, did you see the animation with Lee Sin? He really like he was following Rakan for such a ridiculously far distance that I feel like the animation just kind of cut out a little bit, and then he plopped right on top of Rakan. It was really weird. I don't know if Link saw that or something and just didn't react with the W or not, but it just looked really strange.
That did look strange, and I do notice whenever there's a blink like midway through Lee Sin's Q, that has a tendency to happen. A little bit of spaghetti there.
Bottom line, that's really good spaghetti for Lee Sin.
Now, Breezy is 6. Valorous has to be careful, but Richford is coming in. The charm does miss. It's casual, like Ari trying to rush that 6, so she's not a disadvantage. There she goes, hitting that 6. Her and Diana now neck and neck, however, she is up in CS. Kryo Esports with the kill up on Half Faith Academy, putting them at just slightly more gold as a result of that first blood. And also top lane now. Actually, the gap is growing in top lane in CS gap.
I know. Frosty actually has a massive lead. This is the first time he actually has the upper hand against Hayden, in fact.
And
what is going on?
As well, which is a little bit questionable given that Gnar is ranged. However, Renekton is an absurdly aggressive champion.
I mean, we did see, like, earlier in the game where Frosty was struggling every single farming chance he could. He was ganked a lot, but regardless, just really bizarre turn of events that Frosty just seems to have complete control of what's going on with the top lane environment. He's now going to back away, and Gnar's going to grab himself a wave that might be able to equalize the farming advantage that Renekton was having.
Alright, Trish going for that blue buff. Doesn't look like he's going to hand this one over to Balros. Lee Sin trying to hit that blue plant, I'm going to go with. Again, I need to figure out the name of that. Hit that blue plant, catch vision of that ward in the bush on Half Faith's side on the river. As he takes his Raptors. Now Ari going to go back as well. Looks like bot lane is pretty much a stalemate, although Tristana and Jinx both have BF swords at this point, so like I said, it is looking like a pretty much a stalemate down in the bottom lane, despite Tristana having that assist up on him.
Well, bottom line here, there is no tying in League of Legends, folks. You can only win, and both sides know it. There's no ground to give. There's no mistakes left to be made. It's all or nothing from here for both sides, as they need to clinch themselves some security for both of their sakes.
Lee Sin kind of roams up here to bot side. Maybe look like he wants to do a lane gank, as I don't believe Half Faith Academy currently has vision of him, but Rich Fridge is doing the same thing. It looks like they're both on the same page here. both junglers, but there's also a fight going on top as Hayden and Frosty trade a little bit. Rich Rich shoots the Glacial Prison, doesn't land, dashes onto Tristana. The jump is cancelled by the Recon knockup though. Nobody's helping Jinx. She is exhausted, she's gonna have to be careful. Rich Rich gets kicked into the tower. Hate looking extremely low with the explosive charge popped on Rich Rich. There's the Sonic Wave. Sin gets ulted by Link's Overlord. There's a teleport coming in from Hayden. The ult gets stuffed by Tyrannos, and here's Valeros as well. Link's looking extremely low. Breezy trying to get out, burns his flash. Hayden's there. He's got the ultimate. Ults both Leona and Breezy into the wall for a double kill for Half Faith Academy, which is looking really promising for Kryo Esports.
And that's exactly what needed to go very well. Great timing by Hayden yet again to just completely turn an advantage to a disadvantage, as Breezy just absolutely could do nothing in that environment to turn the tide back when it looked like Hayden was going to come in. Now Rakan and the company at bot side have secured the bot tower. No first blood going to be given away here, while Frosty tries to get what he can out of the top tower. Sejuani is up there to try to slow down the pacing while they take the Ocean Drake without Sejuani. This might be a risk, as Lee Sin is in the area. They might miss an opportunity. Let's hope they don't pay for it.
Doesn't look like they're going to do that, Jag. Well, Rich tries to put some damage down on Frosty. Frosty going to pop that dash, try to get out of there as quickly as possible. Rich nearly killing him.
Poor Rich only needed 10 more seconds. He could have used his ultimate on Frosty there and get some massive damage that he was looking for.
It would have ended up allowing him to close out the kill, and it looks like Half Faith Academy didn't end up picking up that dragon.
And neither did Half Faith Academy either. Both sides just decided to give up on that opportunity. Breezy misses the Q here.
He's going a little bit aggressive there. Even after missing the Q, he ends up using the ultimate, I should say.
Well, Tom Chanks, man, I gotta know right now, see if you're man out of luck or you're cursed. Is it gonna be Collateral dominating again? Gotta know now, Tom Chanks, before anything else happens, in case you're made out of some other material. But I gotta know if you're lucky or if you're cursed, man. Is Collateral going to win? Is he going to win this one? Dominate like he always says, like you always says he will. Yeah, dude. All right. Let's find out. Let's find out if he's lucky or if he's cursed.
Looks like Diana actually gonna recall now. Well, Valeros can push out that lane. Rich handing over that red buff over to Collateral. There he goes. He's got the red buff. He's 0-0 and 2. Frosty at heart going in on Hayden. Lands the stun on him. Hayden hitting in some good damage, but he goes into an unwarded bush. Not going to be able to pop that hyper, but he does pop the hyper with the Q proc.
Now this is starting to look like the Frosty at heart that I remember. Just a dominating top
back
lane
in.
force.
Again, not able to get that hyper proc. Renekton carefully choosing his trade so he can get in and out as quickly as possible.
Oh, Tom Chanks, we were talking about you specifically. If you and your guessing ways is nothing but luck or cursed. So that's what we're talking about. We're not talking about Collateral being skilled. We're talking about you being correct all the time.
No, Collateral's obviously, like, he's bad without Tom Chanks, dude.
Maybe you're right. Anyway, confirmation by
Kryo. There's a fight going on here. Rakan knocks up 3 people. Rich is in there with that glacial strike, and looks like Collateral is now able to do as much damage as he wants for free, chasing down everybody with that red buff. That's 3 kills, sorry, on the side of Half Faith Academy. Tyrannos trying to go in with that Zenith Blade on the Collateral. Not going to be enough damage to do anything. He is just a support. That is a kill. 4 for 0 on the side of Half Faith in what looked to be a failed dive.
And there you have it, folks. The curse of Tom Chanks spooking his way through, as it once again allows Collateral to get not only several kills, but just to be dominate.
Breezy actually finished the TP there, and he pops the Lunar Rush onto the end of the Ahri. If she gets exhausted, is that going to be enough to kill her, though? Rich is in a bad spot. He burns his flash. Out of nowhere comes Link's Overlord with the Miss Super Mega Death Rocket from Jinx. And they're not going to pick this fight, but that was almost...
Oh, wait a minute. Valeros is kind of wedged in there.
He stayed a little too long. Hate just gets charmed. He dodges the cube, and Hate gets the last auto attack off. Breezy's there. Collateral looks like he's in trouble, but there's Link's Overlord to get the knockup. Breezy still does have that ultimate, or actually, he hits the. Doesn't even need the Crescent Stride, actually. Pops Collateral with that ultimate. Breezy now 0-2-1, but actually, it looked like Hate got that kill, so he's now 2-1.
And there's where you want Hate to be right now if you were on the Kryo Esports team, which most of the red side basically is on that team. So makes sense, really.
Whoa! You can confirm the red team is Kryo Esports.
Good for them, honestly, and it looks like good for us as well. We have 22 views in the audience. You kind of skyrocketed our view count, and now you personally have turned our 15 into 22. So now we will actually forget all about calling our own MVP, because the audience members will decide as long as they stick around until the end of the game.
And they're going to have a tough choice to make, because all of these players are putting in their best right now. Frosty at heart, looking like he may be in trouble. The Rich tosses the ultimate. Hyper's procced again. Charm goes down. He has to burn his flash to get out of here. Lee Sin tries to land that Q, but he's not going to land it. Doesn't go over the wall, but he does hit the dash. Rich, is he going to try and chase him? Hayden does burn his flash.
Here comes the ult by Jinx! He's got it!
The Collateral ult to steal it from Hayden.
What an incredible ult by Collateral!
You know there's something going on in the comms now after that happened.
Oh man, what an incredible excitement indeed. The second I saw it on the minimap, I'm like, oh man, this is gonna hit somehow. This is gonna hit. I was so excited.
Leona overstepping her boundaries a little bit, tosses that Zenith Blade, misses, but she hits the Solar Flare. Is going to be in trouble. Jinx is taking a lot of damage, but Rakan gets the knockup. Tristana is extremely low, but Jinx doesn't have her ultimate. She's got to watch out for Breezy. She's cutting Tyranos. She's going to try and use that, get excited to get over to Tristana, but she's going to jump away. Breezy putting out an absurd amount of damage with that Lunar Strike, but there's the Rakan. He's just barely getting him that shield. Is Breezy going to go down? Breezy goes down from Collateral.
Collateral's fighting is unparalleled, unmatched, as it looks like Rakan is just making it look all too easy to keep Collateral alive.
I have to say, Ardent Sensor at work, if anything. It would not have been possible without the wonders of Ardent Sensor.
Renekton's coming around here. I don't know if Collateral wants to keep pushing his luck. I haven't seen Frosty not get a bot lane in his entire attempt in this entire situation, but it looks like he's not alone.
He hits the charm and gets that Thunderlord's proc, but he's going to leave after that, just to send a message.
Indeed. Smack him with a little bit of love here usually means what it does when it comes to making decisions. Lee Sin, I don't know if you want to gamble like that, buddy.
He's getting aggressive. Hayden doesn't have flash. Actually finishes off the Q, just barely misses Lee Sin.
Inches, centimeters, and Lee Sin survives. That is definitely something he's very happy about, because Hayden grabbing a kill would be extremely bad here.
I would have put him at 3-0.
And now the advantage is swung right back into Hayden's favor after being behind for such a long time now.
He is catching up. He's closing that CS gap majorly, and the 2 kills definitely contributed to him being able to take this lane back, even though it looked bleak for him.
Very much so. You think he might be going Mallet here, perhaps. But anyway, let's take a look at the ward. Right, let's take a look at the ward coverage currently on the map. It looks as if the control wards are on a little bit of a vacation day, because it looks like only one control ward per team is out there, and the warding coverage seems a bit lackluster on that regard. Both teams are kind of trying to get vision in their own area, or taking advantage of the vision on the opposite side. Ooh, an attempt by Ari. Close, but no on-point marks.
Looks like Kryo Esports is rotating towards mid lane. Tristana is also headed towards the red jungle. Lee Sin sees Rich in the jungle. Not really going to be able to do anything. Link's Overlord gets the knockup onto Frosty at heart. Frosty going to hit the hyper proc from Hayden. He does have to burn his ultimate. He's going to be in a little bit of a tight position to get out of here. But Rich tosses the ultimate, and he actually lands it on Lee Sin. Lynx is trying to get a big charm, gets a double knockup and a double charm. Lynx is going to get popped. Rich in the back line. Hayden's going to have to be careful. But there's Collateral in the back as well. He's going to have to be careful too. Exhaust is dropped on him. Lee Sin's going in. Lee Sin's charmed. Collateral's insanely low, but he does flash out. Valeros is not backing down here. Hate's looking pretty low, but he doesn't see Frosty at heart in the back. Down goes Collateral, and the pullback on the Q wasn't enough to kill Tyranos or Breezy. That was a little bit much on Half-Baked Academy. They bit off a little more than they could chew chasing down Renekton there.
Yep, and it looked like they bit him in the end. The alligator snapped his jaws right onto the butt of Jinx. No opportunity whatsoever for Collateral to turn that around. Oh my goodness. Why did that happen? Oh boy. Sorry, that was weird.
Oh, everything
My screen,
okay?
yeah, my screen just appeared for like a half a second. That was awkward. Well, there we go. Frosty will go ahead and secure himself the top tower, and in his opinion, probably won the top tower against his opponent. And I can agree to that. I'd say, and despite the fights happening outside, I think Frosty at heart, I think, won that top lane bout.
It did seem like it was a little bit skewed towards Hayden's side as we got towards the mid game, but after that little skirmish there, can't count Frosty out just yet as he still maintains that CS lead.
Ocean Drake secured here, although it doesn't exactly benefit their team much at all since there's no consistent mana usage out of anybody, so they don't really need to worry about mana consumption that much from the Ocean Drake to give them any mana. But, like, I guess it would be quite wise to see if you can make sure that your opponent doesn't have two of them to have better sustain.
And Have Faith Academy is actually just going to try and straight up siege this tower while Rich spends some time inside of Lee Sin's jungle. Not a ton that Kryo can do to stop this fight mid lane, but the top wave is actually pushing heavily towards Have Faith. They're going to have to be careful about that one. Valorous goes for the drum.
Lee Sin, what are you doing?
His mind's telling him no, but his body told him yes. He goes deep in there. Collateral's getting doped by Renekton. He gets hit with the Leona ultimate and Breezy, but both Breezy and Renekton are charmed by Lynx, and there's not a ton that Have Faith can do because a lot of their damage is now down. Rich on Breezy, just a little bit more damage needs to happen. Valorous lands the charm and the double Q, and he does go down here. That's a 2-1 for Have Faith. 2-2, sorry, I forgot Collateral had died earlier. Hayden is still up though, and he's still ready to go. Lee Sin lands that Q, and Hate flashes! He could be in trouble here. He hits that rocket jump, but the auto attack follows him all the way over there. Hyper's procced almost instantly on Leona. Are they going to stop? They're going to have to stop going in, because the end of that tower to dive would be dangerous with Leona and Lee Sin.
And I have no idea what Hate was thinking in that situation. That was clearly a situation you don't flash in. And there's the big catch here, but I don't think that was worth it either, because they're still sieging that tower, and down it goes.
A 3 for...
3?
Is that a 3 for 3?
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure Renekton died.
Yeah, Lynx died at the end, and then, yeah, so it's a 3 for 3. However, Have Faith did end up coming out on top of that. Again, we're seeing these trades, even though they're the same, they're working out better for Have Faith. They're similar to what we were seeing in Game 1. However, we know at the end of Game 1, Kryo Esports actually ended up coming out on top. So, we could be seeing, like you were saying, a repeat of that.
I can see a lot of similarities here, you know, because last time I checked, when it was Cassiopeia versus Malzahar, it was tick damage versus tick damage. Now it's burst mage versus burst mage in this mid laning situation. So it'll be extremely fun to watch. Breezy apparently has decided to go with a much lesser, instead of burst damage, he decides to go with a much more auto attack heavy style.
He might be in trouble here. He does have flash. He's going to have to burn his flash. Valorous pops the Spirit Rush, hits the charm, and down goes Breezy. At the cost of his flash as well. But it looks like, are they going to try and do this Baron, actually? It looks like Kryo Esports going to try and do that Baron, despite Hayden being right over there and Rich only being mid lane. Nice Have Faith Academy fully aware of what's going on here. Hayden taking a stroll over, about to see what's going on with this Baron pit. Whoa, looks like Kryo Esports is in there. Rich pops the ultimate, lands it onto Hate. Hate's taking a lot of damage from Baron, and Richard's going to have to get out of there. Hayden's taking a ton of damage from Frosty at heart, though. Rich looking pretty low. They're stopping the Baron. They're actually just going to knock Rich out of there, but he's still taking an absurd amount of damage. Have Faith needs to get there and help out. There's these two. Lee Sin looking really low. Is he going to die? He's going to go down to Hayden.
Oh,
He's 1 hit away.
You're gambling so hard, man.
Have Faith is still fighting over here. No one to stop Collateral. Breezy gets exhausted. They had to stop the Baron. Renekton has to go back. Hayden's still chasing Leona, trying to stop those ports right now. He's actually going to kill Leona. And Have Faith picked up an inhibitor all the while. Rich and Hayden ended up distracting Kryo Esports so they could actually take the inhib in the bot lane.
Well, it's a bit of a movement speed situation going on here between these two. Hayden does have a complete advantage. There's no way that I don't think Leona gets out of this situation unless a miracle happens for him. Meanwhile, Renekton still trying to stop them from taking the tower here. The charm actually still hits, and Renekton goes down.
What an insane turn of events for Half-Faith Academy. They're just rolling with this ball right now. Not even taking a second to give Kryo Esports to breathe, as they're still pushing up. Even after taking that inhibitor, Hayden with a red buff collateral, with a ton of damage with that Infinity Edge and that crit item. They're not backing down here as Rich Pritch runs down mid to try and regroup with his team.
And you can just kind of feel like there's a lot of misplays, missed opportunities that they try to take advantage of the Baron because of the way that they were positioned. But they could come 100% left Breezy to handle 3 other opponents. And that just did not pay off.
Again, like, Kryo Esports is trying to move proactively, and it looks like Frosty at Heart and Hayden is actually going to have a little bit of a duel here, but Hayden still has that red buff. He's going to have to be careful. Rich Pritch is in a little bit of a bad spot, too. Could get sandwiched by Kryo Esports. Leona lands the Zenith Blade onto the Rich Pritch meat, while Hayden is right behind him, putting out some good damage. Rich Pritch is too tanky. He's turning around, actually, on Tyrannos. There goes Hayden, gets the knock around, actually, on Hayden. Hayden doesn't even have a chance to move with that chain CC. Lee sends into the back. Collateral's gonna have to be careful. He does burn his flash. He actually has the QSS. Rich Pritch gets kicked into Collateral, but he doesn't even care. Couldn't got too much damage. Rallios since the Spirit Rush is gonna land the charm onto the Breezy. Breezy does go in the back. Hayden looking a little bit dangerous too, but he doesn't even. There's too much damage going on. Cannot take him out. Hayden lives with half his HP despite being focused the entire fight. That is Kryo Esports' final attempts to stop Half-Faith Academy, as they now run mid to finish the game and close out the series 2-1.
The rotations were real, and this is what Half-Faith Academy was able to take advantage of this time around, unlike in Game 1. This is for their sake extremely good, because now they don't have to worry about losing their Game 1s in the Week of Faith here, because that is such a monumentous lead. That's pretty much secures 100% their playoff opportunity.
And looks like Tom Shanks. I think the real winner here is Tom Shanks. I'm gonna have to be honest.
Honestly, I think he's got MVP. I don't.
Tom Shanks has successfully won.
Did you
MVP.
see how many wards he placed in this game? I feel like he warded everything. But in all honesty, our opinions don't seem to matter that much, everybody. It is actually time for you guys to decide our MVP situation here. Bunny, by the way, we never talked about codes or anything, but you should probably take a look at the chat situation here.
Yeah, I am aware.
Okay,
of
cool.
What's happening.
Well, that being said, let's go ahead and still give you that MVP option that you guys most certainly deserve here. And then let's get right back onto the track here. I don't think there's any doubt in my mind. I don't know if I'll be able to sway anybody, but I hope I can. I think Hayden deserves it for the series because of that pentakill from Game 2. That carried over for the game to be shifted into the favor of their team.
It was quite incredible, and despite Breezy trying to dial it back with that quadra kill, just wasn't enough for Kryo Esports to be able to pick up the win that game.
Indeed. But for the moment at hand here, I gotta be honest, I'm just really impressed out of everybody's performance in this game. Like, they all fought really hard, they fought really well, and a lot of people deserve their own MVPs in their own way. Like, honestly, I'm not surprised at the performances in this game. Breezy kind of brought a level of play in the AD carry position that kind of really deserves an MVP of its own. But of course, I can only do so much with MVPs as a whole. So I'm going to go ahead and put down the MVPs accordingly and go ahead and create the list here. Going to go ahead and drop it into the chat right here. Go ahead and select your MVP, guys. I'll go ahead and take a look at who you think deserves the MVP. I already got mine down. I think it's Hayden. That's my opinion.
I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one, but we're gonna have to see who the chat actually wants to believe is going to be the MVP here. You gotta hand it to Lynx as well. Despite Hayden's amazing performance, Lynx Overlord also put up an insane performance, being just everywhere as Rakan and doing an absurd amount of heal despite also diving. He basically, when you hear your team say, "Oh man, you got to peel for our AD, but you're the main one diving," Lynx showed us you can both dive and peel at exactly the same time.
I mean, exactly, and, you know, set up some good plays and everything. It looks to me like Collateral has gotten a big shift in votes all of a sudden. He's now swinging way out in front here, and
So
I'm honestly a little surprised about that. I know Collateral's damage output was really, really crazy good throughout the game here, but in this game 3, Hayden has the most damage.
So not only is Tom Shanks predicting Collateral's performance, but he's also swaying the votes.
I guess so. I'm actually a little distraughted. I mean, a person just got a pentakill in game 2. Hayden got a pentakill nearly single-handedly.
Wait. Run that back to the damage real quick.
Okay, hold on. Let's go ahead.
Am I looking at that correctly? That Hayden also has the most damage on Gnar.
Yeah, the most damage on Gnar in this game, in fact. The most.
That is a pretty impressive stat.
I know. I mean, especially considering the Game 1 and Game 2 and Game 3 performances he did, really deserves a position of MVP. But the votes are... The chat... Wait, what?
The chat is memeing, dude. They run off pure memes. So, I mean, if Collateral has got the Tom Shanks meme, that's who they're going to vote for.
Well, there you have it. Sometimes the meme is way too strong than some statistical information here, folks. Anyway, we're gonna give it another few minutes. 16 votes have been placed in here. Collateral at a 7 votes to Hayden's 4 votes. And you know what? In some cases, I've said in the past, you know, sometimes it's like you can get robbed out of certain things. But I've said in the past that I felt like I was robbed. I've been like in a situation where I know certain people deserve an MVP, and oh man, okay, all right, I see what you're saying. I see it. I see the 7 votes on Collateral. I don't think that's deniable at this point.
I mean, similar to how he stole the kill on Frosty top lane, he ends up stealing the MVP from Hayden.
I can't believe this personally. A pentakill, the first recorded pentakill is equivalent to some nice outplays? Really?
The chat has spoken.
Wow. I have some different thought processes, I guess, folks. I guess I have different ways of thinking, clearly. But alright, I guess that's enough of my rambling here. We have ourselves an MVP. And it sounds like, despite all statistical reasoning and all the things I've said up until this point, Collateral seems like he's got the MVP. I guess Tom Shanks really is cursed. I don't think there's anything about... Tom Shanks shows up, says Collateral, and everybody follows suit.
This is the second time that Tom Shanks has done this again.
This is the second time he's influenced people, and this is the second time that certain things have been said about it. But there we go. I have to respect it. So let's go ahead. Collateral, congratulations on the MVP from the voting of the people. Join the general lobby. Let's go ahead and get that interview. When you are officially ready, you'll jump into the general lobby and wait for us to move you in. But honestly, like, what a performance out of everybody. Really, like, they all deserve an MVP. In my honest opinion, humblest opinion, they all deserve MVP. But mostly Hayden.
And there he is. He's now in general. Let's slide this guy in here. Collateral, welcome and congratulations on earning yourself MVP. And robbing it from Hayden, I mean, sorry.
Okay, so let's be fair here. I started off saying, okay, Hayden, he gets a penta. He gets a pentakill game 2. That's what I said, and I said that's MVP, 100%. You know what? And I was like, okay, there's 15 views, so it's like that's gonna happen. I'm gonna pick my MVP. But then, out of nowhere, Tom Chanks stomps his way in and says,
I gotta know,
no,
do you know this guy?
No,
Yes,
Collateral.
You know him,
yes.
okay.
Yes.
Collateral is gonna be the greatest ADC in this game. That's what this man says. That's what this man promises me. I look at him and I scoff. There's no way Collateral could possibly get the MVP.
He
But
actually talks
bam!
exactly like that too.
Oh, he does? Bam! Zoom! Pow! Inhibitors fall! And damage done. Collateral, you have won the hearts of the people, and you have gotten the MVP in the most surprising upset, in my honest opinion.
Honestly, the biggest upset in Have Faith Esports history right here.
Like, if it wasn't for the fact that you're consistently good as a whole, Oh, wait, what's happening?
What's up?
Wait, why am I here?
What up, dude? What's up?
Wait, what am I here for?
What the heck is that?
Somebody moved
What
me.
happened?
How did we get moved into here?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Wait, you didn't move me? Oh, that's awkward. Okay, back to the casting
Whatever.
table.
Wait,
That was
what just
awkward.
happened?
What an awkward interview. What an unbelievably
I
awkward
don't know what
interview.
that was.
What just happened, dude?
Next
I am
level
asking
awkward.
myself the same questions. The ghost of Have Faith Esports.
The ghost of Half Faith Esports. What an awkward moment that has been. Anyway, let's go ahead and probably bring this interview to a very honest approach here. So, Tom Chanks, basically your cursed item here, because he guarantees you victories. What's the drawback? What does he take away from you, Collateral?
Yeah. I don't know how to answer that, dude. What the hell?
Fair enough. It is kind of an awkward and weird question here.
Yeah.
What a weird
Oh,
interview
man.
this is, really.
It is.
All right. Did you even picture yourself being in this interview, by the way, with how well Hayden's pentakill was?
Not really. Like, Hayden would probably be first to win MVP, and then it would be Lynx or Blake. Dude, Blake is a beast. That's all I'm gonna say.
You're talking about Balaros, correct?
The
mid laner?
Bolero's too, but also Lynx. He's the
okay.
support.
All right.
Yeah,
It's just for the audience who have like no idea who Blake is.
Yeah, no clue. Blake. Yeah, Blake is the support. He was so confident, and it spread to all of us. And then the game 3, we were just so confident, so that we would just went so ham, and we won the game, and we did it.
Yeah, man, and honestly, like, really great job as a whole for your team, and like, now you guys have 6 wins to go with your record here. You basically
Are we 6-1?
Indeed, you are.
Are we second place?
Yes, you are.
Let's go.
I want to say this as well. You have now clinched the playoffs here officially. Number-wise, you can lose every single half-eighth. You can lose all the best-of-1 games from this point onward, and you are guaranteed to make the playoffs. How's that sound?
I mean, they aren't
Sounds awesome.
So
yeah, I am guaranteeing that in these next couple of games, we will play Quinn top and Mordekaiser ADC. 100%. Without a doubt. We're playing that.
You heard it here first. Quinn top.
It's been recorded. I hope you're aware.
ADC.
Well, Collateral, bottom line here, you might want to give Tom Chanks, if you've seen him in real life, give him a high five.
Because... don't worry about it.
Alright, cool, man. Cool. Alright, thank you very much for being a part of the interview, man. Congratulations again here. And you've guaranteed yourself a playoff. So, bottom line, props.
Thank you.
Honest props. Good night to you, man. And tell Hayden he deserves the penta. He deserves the penta.
All right.
Good night, man.
Good night.
What a strange situation. What a absolutely silly way to end off today, in particular.
You're gonna have to write that down. Quinn top Mordekaiser ADC next week.
Quinn,
Gonna have to
Tom,
call him out if we
Mordekaiser,
don't see
ADC. Okay, well, it's recorded. We'll get it on YouTube as well.
Get posters on that.
Well, bottom line, guys, hope you guys can drop a follow into the and get us as close to 100 follows before the playoffs start. Would be much appreciated. This was Army Overlord.
This has been FT Bunny.
And we thank you very much for watching. We really appreciate your guys' efforts into watching every single one of the videos. Bunny, you really turned this 15 views to a 23. I really like you, and I really appreciate you doing that. But dang, man, Hayden should have got the MVP.
Honestly.
Well, you
and
took it out of my hands.
I been here with you from the start, but if my pre-calc professor is listening, this is your fault.
Well, there we have it, folks. Good night. Thank you very much for watching, and please drop a follow for every single one we can get closer to that 100. We met our quota of 70 followers of this week at week 3, and this is the final game of the weekend. Good night, everybody. See you week 4 for the match that I believe Bunny will pronounce it for the viewing audience. What it's called.
The Week of Faith?
Yes. Yeah.
The Week of Faith.
Well, you could have said, next week? Oh, the Week of Faith. You didn't have to say Week of Faith twice. No, it's ruined. It's ruined. All right, I quit. I'm leaving. Goodbye, everybody. I'm done.
Ruined.
Good night. Stream ruined. Good night, everybody.